The podcast right now. We're back. You know what, dude? Live. Welcome everybody to the show.
YKWD.
I started social media and podcasting. The fact. The YKW Dude podcast.
YKWD's back again.
Old school, back in the day, where it all started. Before them all.
YKWD.
This podcast is so fun and crazy. It has no rules. Shut up! You're ruining this.
Where's the bandana, man?
I'm sorry. It's a comedy podcast. This isn't NPR.
That's what this podcast does.
Is there any better show? This is the original. All right, that's right. We're here. We're here, everybody. We're here in downtown West Village, man. We are spraying everything. We came here to do this show live for you, the Patreon members, the YKWD members, the YouTube members, the people who have been there when we all started this, before the fucking corona took out the planet. And we're here right now because we're comedians. We're not running scared. Right now, everything has just happened. It's all coming. Tom Hanks.
Oh, damn.
Tom Hanks.
Damn.
Tom Hanks is has got it. It's Tom. I'm going live. I'm going live, Mike. I'm going live right now on my social media. I'm gonna put this on for a little bit. We got to go live. Well, this is too much. There's Chuck Nice.
Yeah, man.
I got Chuck Nice.
What's
live.
happening?
I got. Let me flip this around. How do you flip it? I think you double tap. There it is,
There
right
you go.
there. Listen, we're live right now on Instagram. We're live in the studio for the Patreon. We're going to go live right here on Instagram for a little bit. We have Chuck Nice is here.
What's up, baby?
Chuck Nice. How you doing, Chuck?
Good to see you, man.
Chuck, let me switch
Always.
that around. Chuck Nice is live in the studio. Made it
Yeah.
down. Did you take a subway?
I did.
Okay, Perel. Use some Perel.
You know what? I don't touch shit when I'm on the subway, so I'm good.
You think you don't?
No, I don't.
Even the lady who
And
was
by
like,
the way, though, I carry gloves when I'm on the subway.
That's a
and
bad thing.
And no, I take them off and I don't touch them when I take them off.
we got Jay McBride.
Hey, Jay.
You don't care about Corona, do you?
Please,
You don't give a shit.
I've had worse.
You've had,
I've had worse.
this is nothing. Are you kidding me?
Jesus Christ. Worse.
I just love that you're proud of it, and I'm with you. Okay? The fact that you're proud of it makes me with you.
If anything, the Corona's gonna fight the other viruses
Right,
in my
exactly.
body. It'll be
You're like,
great.
Corona's saving me. Are you kidding me?
It's
Corona
on.
is
It's
saving
on.
my life.
We got, I mean, look, right now, breaking news.
Dude, you just told me this, and I am freaked out right now because of this.
Tom Hanks
Yeah.
and his wife, Rita
Yeah,
Wilson,
Rita Wilson.
coronavirus.
Both of them.
I mean, everybody loves Tom Hanks.
Who
And
doesn't?
This is real, right now.
I mean, Tom Hanks he cuts down barriers.
Yes.
He's like Denzel. Everybody loves Denzel.
Exactly.
He's not black, white. He's Denzel.
Right. He has no actual affiliation with anything.
Nothing.
He's Tom Hanks.
He played Mr. Rogers, and people thought he was nicer than Mr. Rogers.
Exactly.
I mean, like that's how nice this guy is.
Hang on one second. I just want to do this every once in a while.
You should sell that Purell on eBay. You get like $50. For
Actually, this is just cum.
it's clear.
It might cum.
What are you eating?
My cum apparently kills eggs in women's vaginas.
You know what? I was about to say I would like to suck your dick, but then I don't know why I was about to say that.
The last dick you want to suck.
If I had a nickel,
Let me tell you something. If coronavirus had a smell, it would be my dick. But anyways, we got.
All right, okay.
They shut down. The NBA is done.
Wait,
Really?
These are the two things I just learned since I've been in this studio,
Jesus.
and it's totally freaking me out.
Yes.
Because you first told me
Yeah.
Tom Hanks, Rita Wilson, and then my wife texted me. She was like, Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson.
Yeah, 'cause you didn't believe me.
And I didn't believe you.
Because I'm white.
Exactly.
Okay.
But please look at me. Why should I ever believe you? Okay. Like you told me, we're just going for a cruise. Like that's my history. No, anyway.
I still believe that's his semen. I just do. I just still do.
It is. It actually.
However,
here's the thing. Can I
you
say
also
something?
said this.
Yes.
You told me about the NBA.
Yes.
Can you please give me some more information?
We're getting the
'Cause I
information
have
as
not
it
had
comes in. Listen.
I haven't heard that at all.
I'm telling you right now, NBA right now, the rest of the season is done, and there's a 30-day ban on travel to Europe. They're done. No more
That's
people.
a mistake.
That's the
not a
country.
mistake.
Yes, it is.
No,
That's the whole country.
Nobody can fly in here from Europe.
Yeah.
You're done. And that is not, did you know, Italy, listen to me, it's not a mistake because a lot of people, Italy is shut down.
Yeah, they're-
Because they were like, we're good. And then now
Right,
they're
then maybe
shut
it's
down.
not a
Good.
mistake.
We
May-
don't need it.
I'll take that back. I'll take it back. It's maybe not a mistake.
500, I think 600 people died in Italy from
Yeah.
this.
They had more than any country except China.
Dude,
More
listen to
cases
me.
than any country except China.
They're shut down.
So
People-
this shit is real, is what you're saying.
businesses in Milan, you are done. You can't open a store.
Damn.
The only thing that's open is pharmacies and I think medical places. I mean, it's done. It's over.
Damn.
And Westchester, where I live, is
All right, what-
ground zero for the coronavirus.
Yeah, New
'Cause
Rochelle.
one guy took a train and went to the
Yes.
synagogue.
Yes, he did.
Over 100 people. 100 people have
Have
it
it
now.
now.
In that one area. That's how it spreads. So my kid has been out of school for the whole week. I didn't put him in. Where's homes? Tomorrow he starts. He's going to hate it. He starts at 9 o'clock homeschool.
Oh,
so
shit.
I'm going to make him dumber. Homeschool's going
You
to
need an art teacher. You need a biology teacher. I'll really fuck him up.
Daddy, I gotta
Really?
go back to school.
Do you teach?
No.
Oh, I was going to hire
I
you.
was gonna say biology. You want me there?
No, I could teach him. I would love to have you teach my kid. I need somebody.
I have a math degree.
you have a math? Yeah. How much you charge? What do you got? Come on.
don't know.
You know what good standing that would be for me?
Really?
If I had a transgender math teacher for my 6-year-old son from Boston named Maximus. Yes.
Of course, we're open.
Yes, come on, because we're woke. We're woke. That means I get a special.
I get a special.
I get a Netflix special. I'm woke.
Bobby Kelly, the ally of the trans population.
You know
is
I
here.
am.
You are. You totally
From
are.
the beginning.
From the
I've
beginning.
been. Even if you guys
Bailey
get-
J. I mean, come on.
everybody, not just Bailey J. There's been a couple before that.
All
you
right.
guys
So
don't know.
am I a wrong person? Am I unwoke? If
Probably.
if I did not know you were transgender,
No. If you knew and then walked out in a huff,
then I'm unwoke. Okay, cool. Because I'm just finding out
If
right
you didn't
now.
know, you'd be gullible.
No.
No, seriously, I'm
He
just
didn't shake
finding
your
out.
hand.
Right,
Yeah, you'd be nearsighted.
He didn't shake your hand, not because of the corona. He just he was like, yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
You son of a bitch.
I like my dick. I'm keeping it.
That's so funny.
No, I'm sorry. That's not an out thing, right? No, you're
No, I don't
let's-
care.
No, it's in a,
No, I think it's great. I don't care.
it's in your act. Once it's in your act, fuck you.
Yeah, once it's in your act, fuck
Yeah.
it.
Totally.
I can
It's
call
over.
I can call Jim Norton gay now. As soon as that. So I can.
You could before. Let's be honest.
You
That's not
did that
new.
before his act, right?
But all right, listen, here's the thing is that we are live right now on my Instagram. We are live on we're going to cut this off in a second. So if you're not a member of my Patreon, patreon.com/Robert Kelly, we're going to be calling Dr. Steve and we're going to ask him all the questions you want to ask. So if you have any questions, what's the email, Mike? RKPatreon at what? At gmail.com. RKPatreon at gmail.com. Ask your questions. Dr. Steve will be answering them. And he's one of the smartest guys I know. And I know we joke around, we bust balls.
Of course.
But I'm telling you, there's a lot of stuff he told me that made it a little easier for me to live. But
Like what?
I'm not gonna bury the lead.
I fucking love you, Bobby. I love you. I do.
I want to get people signed
He's like,
up.
he's like, Chuck, do you not realize I don't care about this pandemic? I'm doing a show.
Yeah, I mean, I need people.
I'm actually doing.
I gotta
a
get their
show
$5
here.
before they
Like,
die.
Right? What's your fucking problem?
Plus, if they, Chuck,
I need my Patreon support.
Chuck, if they die after they sign up,
Right. I still get it.
They need to earn that free T-shirt they got.
do you know how hard it is for them to cancel that? I'm gonna get like 8 months, a year. Their relatives are gonna be like, wait, what's this $5 we're paying for? I
love it.
10 years from now.
I fucking love you.
The more people that sign up with this virus,
It's like, isn't that Bobby Bonilla with the Mets? Doesn't he have something like that? Where he's getting like $1 million a year for the next 50 years.
we got Monroe Martin coming up. We're live right now, patreon.com/Robert Kelly. This episode, of course, will be up for everybody free on Sunday, but why wait till then? Go join right now if you're watching this. And Dr. Steve, we're going to call him right now on my phone, so you guys take care. Listen, Tom Hanks has this.
That's
His
unbelievable.
wife has it. This is serious now. Now it's no joke.
See, but that's in a way that's pathetic, and in a way it's kind of cool because people will actually take note, like serious note, of what's happening because
Chuck
it's
doesn't know
Tom
that
Hanks.
I was going to a commercial break, but he just added another thought.
Fuck,
so hang
I'm
on.
sorry.
It's all right.
I'm
Chuck,
so
don't worry
sorry.
about it. No, because you're
Yeah,
a
'cause
TV
it's
guy.
been a
You-
long time since I've done radio,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
So
you're a TV
right,
guy,
I'm a
yeah.
TV guy. Like,
He's a TV guy.
I'm sorry.
All right, say goodbye.
Bye.
Say goodbye. All right, there you go. Whatever that was. fuck was that? All right, so go there right now. See you later. All right, let me put that, end it, share on story. Okay, check it out. We're going to call Dr. Steve right now. So
Okay,
you have any
good.
questions?
All right.
This is the
Specifically
smartest
about the
guy.
corona.
Listen.
Specifically about corona,
I'm using
correct?
this.
Okay.
Well, yeah, no. You can ask. You have a,
About that burning sensation.
yeah, whatever you have on your pecker, you can. Is your nipple falling off? What happened? You get a
Which
bad
one? Which one? There's
The
several.
third one. The third one. That's what we're worried
All
about.
right, we're calling Dr. Steve. Now, we're calling him on Skype, right? Yes. Okay, we're calling him on Skype. You got him?
Is that what it says right there? It's too far away from me, Bobby.
All right.
Dr. Steve Marco.
Don't give out his thing.
Yeah, don't give out a Skype
Don't,
address.
don't give it. No, it's not. That's not him.
We're live.
Just go up and check, Mike. It's okay for you to get up. You have 2 fucking interns that could help you out. I don't know why the host of
And-
the fucking
and
show.
he's still
you're
getting
asking,
up.
You're asking. Don't talk over me. All right, don't talk over me. Listen. No, go ahead.
I'm done. I'm done. No, you're right.
Did
It's
you
your
get
show.
it? I'm going to tell you right now. We're calling Dr. Steve right now. We have the technology. We have a brand new studio. All right, here it is right there. Do you got it? Can you see it? All right, cool.
Okay.
We are calling Dr. Steve right now, and this is going to be epic. This is going to be because I talked to him. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I talked to him the other day, and he really.
How do you know Dr. Steve?
I've just been friends with him. I've been friends with him for so long.
He's a DJ. He was at the wedding.
Yeah.
But he's really smart.
He was on Opie and Anthony for a long time. He was
really?
there,
I didn't know
the
that.
doctor that they called.
Okay.
And he just knows everything. He's one of the smartest guys I
He
know.
is. He is.
And he plays synth. He goes to synth conventions where other synth guys who make their own synthesizers. It makes me. He's
Yeah,
the biggest.
why do you try to make me not
Wait,
like him?
He
He's
like
a
builds
nerd.
shit and stuff like
Like
that.
that's
too?
how good he is that you can actually set him up in a way that I would not like him.
It's yes,
and
I did.
still I'll like him.
I did. Let me give this to Mike because he's having a hard time because he's writing not. Oh, Mike, you gotta. I mean, it's what did you write?
I think there's definitely a spell. There's definitely
buddy,
a wrong
you're
letter.
spelling shit wrong. I mean, it's DR.
Doctor.
I mean, it's a Mike, I love you, buddy, but you gotta mush. You gotta spell his name right. I mean, please. Do you see it? There it is. There it is. No, the one underneath it.
There it is.
The one underneath it. The
Yeah,
one.
you got it.
Was that it?
Yeah, you got it.
All right, do it again. Are you sure? Because it was 2.
There was 2 of them.
Yeah, but
that was the one.
It was the same.
All right, there we go. Which
That's
one?
it.
That's him right there? All right, click on it. Call him. Now say hi. Call him. Hit the button.
There we go. Ding, bing, ding.
Come on,
Dong,
everybody.
Ding,
Get on.
dong. Get into it.
Bing, bing, bing. Dr. Steve. Dr. Steve.
Corona.
Ask some questions and he will answer.
Go to die now.
Dr. Steve.
person whom you're trying to
Oh, God. What an
Gotta
anticlimactic
be
asshole.
fucking kidding me.
They
Pick
closed
up.
the goddamn air. Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks. Don't you know? He's
Not even Skype is afraid of Corona.
Dr. Steve has corona.
Even Dr. Steve has Corona.
Yet. Oh, man. Come on. Let's do it again. Ready? One more time, everybody. We got it in us.
Here we go.
Dr. Steve. Dr. Steve. Dr. Steve. Dr.
up the phone.
Steve. Pick up the phone. Dr. Steve.
Where are you?
People are
person whom
dying.
you're trying to
Oh, God. Come on.
Gotta be. Come
What
on.
the fuck?
Come on.
Oh, man.
Wait,
People are dying. Tom Hanks. It's got it. Who's next? Denzel? Who's next?
if he's with a patient, it better be someone more important than Tom Hanks. But you know what? That can't happen because there's no one more important than Tom Hanks.
Oh, my God.
Plus, if it's
I mean, I'm going to have to call him old school real quick. I mean, what the hell?
call him and tell him to pick up his Skype. That's all.
That's what I'm doing.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I know it's your show.
Maybe he's, yeah, well, you know,
You know,
we're
you
calling. Steve,
Yep.
we're calling you on Skype, but nobody's picking up.
Oh, it didn't. Did it ring?
Yeah, it was Dr. Steve. Dr. Steve.
phone.
Dr.
Sure,
Steve.
Skype. I'll call you.
All right, I'm going to give you the mic. Mike, here, take this phone, or one of the interns can grab it for you. Mike, stop getting up. You have 2 guys just sitting here. Could you fucking use some authority? Oh, fuck, man. Not use the help. You need help, you fucking chubby mush. I'm sorry. It's because of the corona.
Brooklyn's finest is just sitting there this whole time.
Brooklyn's finest, I know. We got 2 coffee dwellers sitting there. Waiting, all right?
Oh God!
All right, let's try him one more time. Can we try him one more time, please? You got the name wrong? Is it? What's that?
He didn't recognize our name.
All right, let's go. One more time.
That many people are
Here we
calling
go.
him on Skype.
Oh, shit.
Dr. Steve, Dr. Steve, how are you?
Hang up. Let's call him again. I
Dr.
love that
Steve.
song.
We just like the song, Dr. Steve.
All right, Steve. All right, everybody, please. I would like for you.
All right.
What the fuck?
What was that?
All right, I told you, he's a synth guy. He has all kinds of stuff.
He's got
Oh, that's
stuff
All
going
right.
on.
Yes, he's a board certified doctor, but he's also a board certified nerd. Okay.
He really is.
I mean, do like 1920s radio sound effects.
Yeah, he's the
I'm walking up the stairs.
Right. And now here's the crowd noise from Raging Bull.
Okay, everybody listening. Here we.
Team for a box.
He really is a Foley god, is what we call him. All right, everybody listening, I want to introduce you guys. Know my show. You know Dr. Steve. We are calling him right now. There is a crisis. We've talked before, Dr. Steve. We had, early this week, and you kind of settled me down. But listen, man, things are getting Tom Hanks, Rita Wilson,
Yeah.
the NBA is shut down. You can't, Europe is done. I mean, it's...
Yeah.
Oh
God, what are we going to do without South by Southwest this year?
that was a festival, motherfucker, for this network that was supposed to be big for this network. So I don't. You know what we're gonna do with it? We're gonna.
I love his response. Oops.
Yeah, do you say that when you misread a fucking tumor? Oops. Oops. Sorry about that one. That one's gonna. That's a widowmaker. What you got in your chest?
Yeah, I thought it was a pimple. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
sorry about that.
It's cancer.
Yeah, you're gonna forget your kids
Sorry,
on
that's
this
my
one.
that's my thumbprint. I'm sorry.
Listen, Dr. Steve, we got Chuck Nice in the studio.
Hey, Dr. Steve.
Brand new record, by the way, just in case people are dying and they want to laugh. What's your record called?
Oh, yeah, man. It's called Uncomfortably Hot Dad. Thank you for
Yes.
asking. That's why I'm here, right? I'm promoting something.
Well, I mean, people are dying, but yes.
Yeah, but people are dying, and guess what? And we're all dying for many reasons.
Yes.
I have an album coming out on March 17th. It's called Uncomfortably Hot Dad.
And it's one of the first albums with the Laugh Button
With the
Live
Laugh
rec
Button Lab.
label.
That's right.
So this is we're very proud of it, and we're excited because he's one of the funniest guys. I've worked with him many a time.
Yes, we have.
And Aruba, and he just murders. So
Well,
you're gonna
thanks,
want to.
man.
And of course we have Jay McBride, one of my good friends.
Thank you.
One of the funniest young comics to hit New York in the
Fantastic.
last couple of years.
Awesome.
And I love that because. Sometimes when you tell people about, you got to say this, and then when they see them, like, I saw him, not that good. Everybody I've told about her is like, oh my God.
So
people
good.
I love when people come to me. You got to check out Jay McBride. It's like,
Right.
look,
They're
I
like-
kind of found her.
Yeah.
I'm kind of the reason why she's here. So I
told you, by the way. Yeah,
about-
that's what you're saying.
Yeah, I told
Yeah.
everybody about it, but she gives me no credit. Anyways, Liz Winstead gets all the credit. I get nothing. Yeah. Me letting her open for me in fucking Albany. I get nothing. That's right.
And you
That's
gave me
cool.
my big. I was here. I was on your podcast. That was like the first real credit sort of thing. The biggest credit I had for the longest time.
Yeah, I had you on my podcast.
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
Bailey J, and that Russian.
Oh, she's is she still around?
Yes, I don't know.
That
she is.
Russian, please tell me.
There's a.
Yeah.
I don't
Never
know.
mind, don't tell me. Forget it.
I'm not gonna. I'm
Yeah,
not gonna
and
try.
you're like, I wasn't going to tell
I know a couple guys that can tell you about that young lady. She got new boobs because it's one of somebody I know. But
New,
listen,
she had new boobs, but I was here too. And
yeah,
she showed
from,
everyone.
Yeah,
And
from
apparently,
somebody. Yeah.
Apparently, she got.
Anyways, Dr. Steve, I apologize. I digress. But listen,
Oh no, I'm just imagining going on stage and saying, "You know her from the Robert Kelly podcast."
oh, that was hurtful and mean. I don't think in this time
Exactly.
of crisis.
That is no bedside manner, sir.
Yeah, I mean,
Just,
it's
God,
just,
sorry.
it's just, it's not
been a
really.
long day.
It doesn't suit you as a doctor.
Yeah, Dr. Oz would not say something like that.
I mean, I know you're in hospice, but
No,
don't take
Dr.
it out on
Oz
me.
is a putz.
Oh,
Here we go.
Oh.
Now, we have questions, Mike, from our fans on Patreon. We have questions here in the studio.
Yeah.
I believe the two interns that showed up, one of them has the virus because it's not
He
that
does.
hot in here and he's sweating. But
Did you catch it from avocado toast?
Jesus, she really hates hipsters. Anyways, somebody got harangued by a hipster in Albany. Nice tits and dick, loser. What the fuck? They're nice guys. You don't know who they are. Give them a shot.
Look, you got to knock down their self-esteem before you have a shot with them.
Okay, all right.
So that's what I'm
Is
working
that what your dad told you? Jesus
Apparently,
Christ.
he lived by it.
Okay, listen to me.
Okay.
Dr.
Let's get back
Steve,
to this
Can you please
pandemic.
give everybody your credits? Tell them that you're a legit doctor, please.
How are you a legit doctor?
Please.
Yeah. Well, I'm a practicing physician, and someday I'll get it right.
Those aren't
Wait,
our
are those
sound
wait?
effects.
Whose sound effects are these?
Stop. Listen to me. Chuck, settle down. Settle
I'm
down.
sorry.
I'm going to tell you. I know you get a little whipped up.
Because I do.
All right? I know you do.
me.
I'm going to
You've
try to
known
tell
me
you.
for a long time.
This, I should have told you, Dr. Steve, not only is a doctor,
Sorry.
listen, not
Hit
only
the
is
wrong
it-
button.
I told you he was a nerd.
Yeah.
But he's also very funny.
Okay.
Not tonight, but
not
he
at all.
is. He is funny. He's a funny guy.
Okay.
He's very comedic,
All right.
and especially at this time of night after a day at the hospital.
Right.
I'm an asshole.
Yes,
That's
he's-
really what it is.
he's
It's
a-
not really
Yeah.
humor.
Yeah, he's a little, and he's from the South.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so let's be careful,
Without a doubt.
especially you two.
Right. Well,
No, I'm kidding.
I'm
We're
just
not
saying.
big. We're not big in the South.
I'm big in the South on the phone.
Okay, listen, Dr. Steve, please tell
Yeah.
people.
Okay.
your
No, I've
credits.
been in practice for 35 years. I'm editor in chief of a national medical journal, and I've got the longest running uncensored medical show in broadcast history on Sirius XM on the Faction Talk channel.
and
So it's me.
and on Laugh Button Live.
And on.
You're on-
Say that.
you're on-
What he's saying is say that.
Well, you're on our network too, Steve.
Yeah, you should say that.
Oh yeah, that Riotcast thing that I'm.
Well, it's not right. The one that just got you ads, yeah. That one.
That one.
The one. I mean, I don't
Yes,
know why. I don't know what you're doing tonight. It's really starting to bug me. And I'm
Okay,
on the
sorry.
verge of
I'm
hanging
a-
up on
a
you.
very proud
Okay.
member of the
Yeah,
Riotcast
you should be, you cocksucker. I mean, what the fuck?
By the way,
I mean, what? I mean, they dumped you on Sirius, and I was like, you're the best show we got. That's all I tell people. I love you.
this is why
Can you be my friend tonight? There's people
gonna make-
dying. Tom Hanks has corona.
I know it's awful.
Yeah, please. Now listen. A week ago, you told me not to
No,
worry.
It's gonna
Shit-
be fine.
No, look, you said.
Oh no, he just said it's going to be fine. Why? Why? Seriously.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about just the death rate of this virus. Bobby, how old are you?
I'm. That's none of your business. Okay. I'm 35, and if I'm in LA, in New York, I'm 49.
Okay, so 40 to 49 years old.
Yeah.
The death rate from this virus, which is the virus's name is SARS-CoV-2. The disease it calls is COVID-19.
COVID-19.
Please don't talk over the.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Everyone that's listening to this has had a dozen coronaviruses, probably even more in their lifetime.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Most of the time, it causes a very self-limited illness that we call the common cold. And there are three strains of corona that are problems, and one of them is the original SARS virus. The second one is the MERS virus. That's the Middle East Respiratory Syndrome. And then this one, this COVID-19, or the SARS-CoV-2 that causes COVID-19, and they can cause serious illness. Now, most people won't get this virus, and most people who do will not die. So if you're in the 40 to 49-year-old age bracket, the odds that you're going to die from this is 0.4%, which means you have a 99.6% chance of not dying from this at your age. Now,
Okay.
if I gave you those odds that you would win in Vegas, you would take every penny you have and bet it
Put
on
it on
black.
it, yeah.
And I'd
You know.
lose.
So okay. Now,
And you have
We've never met.
a 0.4% chance of losing, but those are pretty good odds.
Welcome to my world.
That was funny.
it'd be really funny. It'd be very funny if you do die from it.
Yeah.
And we can replay this.
And then right at your memorial.
She was right. She knew.
Just put that in the
something.
tombstone, like 0.4%.
She's
I
very
have,
appreciative.
I have a question now, okay? Because I took Max out of school Monday. A
Yes.
choice that me and Don were like, listen, the fact that kids can get it.
Did you really, or
but
did Max take Max out of school?
No,
Because I know you, Dawn, and Max.
believe me, it was my wife didn't want to do it.
I'm
Because my wife likes her free time. Okay, and she just got a period. So she didn't She wanted to be alone this week, at least for 3 hours.
It's great.
I took him out because I
Right.
just figured that. Now, is it true that children? I mean,
crazy.
they're not going to get. They're not going to. They could get it, not show any symptoms, but they give it to people.
Yes.
They're the ones that give it, right?
That's always true with these damn viruses. The kids get it and they just spread it to everybody. But in this case, this is very unusual because, when we see influenza, we see this thing called a bimodal curve where you've got a lot of cases of fatalities in the very young and in the very old. And in this one, so far, we've had 126,000 cases, 4,633 deaths. Worldwide, and 0 kids who are under 10 have died from this.
Okay, so no kids are dying from this under 10.
No kids under 10. Now, between 10 to 19, their odds are like 0.2%. So 99.8% of all kids between 10 and 19, any under 20 but above 10, their odds are fantastically great as well.
No, I haven't.
The people
sorry.
that least deserve it.
That's. I mean,
That's a matter of opinion.
What's interesting? Like this point,
you have more than one kid.
I
Right?
know. I have 3.
Okay, that's why.
That's why I say that.
If you have one kid,
If
you're
you
like,
got one kid, you're like, shut the fuck
yeah,
up.
you really love that kid.
Yeah, you love that kid a lot.
I need
right.
somebody to carry my name on and take my Brightly. Okay. And take care of his mom. But the reason why I took him out, I was talking to Noam. Noam Dworman wrote a great article, the owner of the Comedy Cellar. He wrote a really compelling article on Ardsley Uncensored Facebook page about that they're the ones that are actually, they're the ones who are, they're not going to get it, but they're taking it and spreading it to the house. So whoever's home is going to get it. So if Max gets it, I'm getting it. Dawn's getting it, and possibly our neighbors. So it's better just to keep the kids home.
Your homeschool teacher.
Right? Well, my homeschool teacher, unfortunately, is me, Max.
Poor kid.
Oh, it's
Well, you were offering me
Poor
the
kid.
job. That's why.
you're gonna come over?
Now it's starting to sound pretty good.
But that's called social distancing. The reason is because kids do not know how to practice proper hygiene, proper hand hygiene, proper sanitization. They're not aware. And so if you keep them away from each other, they can't spread and they can't bring it home to you.
Well, because I don't want it. That's the thing is I can't. If I get it, I'm fucked.
Right.
If I can't fly it, I'm the breadwinner, and this is the case with a lot of people. A lot of people don't have the ability to, if they have to get quarantined or not go to work, they don't have the money to pay for somebody to watch the kid or to go to work. I mean, they have to come home and take care of that kid.
Absolutely, man.
And I can't afford to not work. What are we going to do?
Stop lying.
Get a GoFundMe? Mike, get a GoFundMe right now. Bobby,
Start it.
the dude GoFundMe,
Start
Corona
it.
19. Start it right now.
So, Doc, can I ask this? What is the
Absolutely.
best? What is the best thing? I mean, there's a lot of panic right now. There's a great deal of concern, and it's all warranted. Okay, even the panic right now is warranted because we see a lot of action coming from governments and so forth. What is the best thing personally that we can do to protect ourselves and, more importantly, to protect other people?
Yeah. So a couple of things. Don't go out and buy all the effing toilet paper that the grocery store has. It's idiotic.
Okay.
I've been to the grocery store and the shelves are completely bare of things like toilet. I mean, how much defecation do you think you're going to be doing?
A lot if I get sick and I have diarrhea.
It sounds like a
Yeah,
challenge.
but you don't get diarrhea from this. That's the thing.
Thank you for telling us that.
Can I tell you something, though? This is the information, and I just want to introduce Monroe Martin just sat down on the podcast.
What's up?
We're talking
How
to
you
Dr. Steve. He's telling us everything we need to know about coronavirus. If you have any questions, please. What's that?
I have a question too at some point. But
Well, okay, yeah, absolutely. I want to get everybody's questions.
All right.
Okay, but I just heard that there was one of the guys who was a friend of mine read that one of the symptoms he got diarrhea and then got a fever and then got the cough and then the fever and then that's it.
He had the flu.
So you're saying that the diarrhea? No, he got corona.
Oh, he did.
So
A comic?
So no. So I'm talking. Can I ask the doctor this before you guys chime in with your
Well,
horse
could
shit?
you let the doctor answer my question first, please?
Yeah.
All right. Well, you don't even know.
I
him.
know,
You-
but I'm fucking standing up for Chuck.
God damn. Why don't white comics do that? Go ahead.
Oh my God!
Y'all stand up for each other all the fucking time.
All right. Don't watch your language.
Oh, sorry, not in front of the doctor.
No, I want. Yeah, and we're trying to monetize this.
Oh, my bad.
Trying to get this on Facebook so we can help some people. And
Absolutely.
Maybe make a little
Sorry.
scratch. And your potty mouth is going to ruin it. You
Oh, my bad. I'm
fucking
sorry.
woke asshole.
God damn.
Sorry. Starting right now, we're being clean. Go ahead.
Let me stop banging the table.
No, bang the table.
Sorry.
here.
I realize all the mics are tethered to the table.
All right, go ahead.
All right. So, Dr. Steve, seriously, you were going with don't go out, don't hoard, don't buy toilet paper. What else can we do personally
Yes.
that we can protect ourselves and, more importantly, protect each other? Because I think that's important for people to realize is like if you take measures to protect yourself, you're also protecting your fellow person.
Okay.
Right.
Did you just answer your own question? Because
No,
that's very egotistical of you.
You know what, Bobby?
I mean, that was very noble of him because I wouldn't have asked for anybody else. I'd have just asked for me, like, what do I need to do?
All right, back off that mic a little bit. It's a little hot. I apologize. We didn't test your mic. I'm sorry, Monroe.
All right, Dr. Steve.
Okay. One thing I want to backtrack just a little bit. While you guys were dialoguing, I looked at gastrointestinal symptoms, and now they're saying, and this just came out, that it could be a new focus for coronavirus diagnosis. So your friend that said that they had GI symptoms,
Yep.
It may have actually been related to corona. They said that there's a first paper just came out, describes how investigators from Shanghai, China, sought to document the symptoms of this virus, and fever and dry cough and shortness of breath are present in most cases. There was a subset of people that had gastrointestinal symptoms along with it,
diarrhea.
and they don't know the percentage yet. So it looks like it's pretty low because seems like we would have heard about it
Do
before
you have
now.
do you have a ding sound
Anyway.
you could put like Bobby 1 point, Doctor
It's just
0?
Give yourself a bill.
How about that?
Okay. No,
Okay,
you have a
so-
question. Now you have a question.
Well, let me
sorry.
finish that one because I told you what not to do, which is don't just go buy silly things, but let me tell you what to do. So if you want to protect yourself, the way this thing is transmitted is if I'm standing in a room, a football-sized room, say, and I cough, I will eject droplets of mucus that have each one of those may have billions of copies of this virus in it. Gravity will pull those to the ground. So they don't linger in the air. This is not airborne transmitted. This is droplet transmitted. So all around me will be this sort of moat or fence of infectious particles. Now, the way someone gets it now is if they reach down and touch one of those with their finger and then stick their finger in their nose or
Goddamn
their
babies.
mouth or their eyes. So stop touching your face. I'm sure you've seen the viral video of that HHS person saying, don't touch your face, and then she licked her finger to turn the page.
That was amazing.
I hope she
It
gets
was
it.
amazing, and it just shows, she was instructing us, and she couldn't even do it. So it's really hard to do. So if you are not symptomatic, you don't want to wear a mask unless you're one of these people that can't stop touching their face. So that's one way that a mask can help someone that doesn't have the virus is to keep them from sticking their fingers in their stupid mouths and nose.
So
and eyes.
some hot chick that can't stop putting lip gloss on, maybe she should wear a mask when she does her Instagram stories.
However, you just made a very good point. I didn't even think of this. Like that means any mask will do. You could go get a.
That's right, for that.
You could go get a painter's mask
Yeah.
if you're a person who touches your face, and you could actually be helping. Not because not to spread it, but just thanks, Bobby.
Sorry.
Thanks a
Fucking
lot.
Bobby.
Spray some of that. Yeah. There we go. But yeah, okay, that makes sense. I've never heard anybody say that before, but that's cool.
That was
Yeah,
just-
thank you. Yeah, it's yeah. So you're right. You could use anything that would reconstruct. You could tie your hands down so that you couldn't reach your face. That would be another way, but you would look silly. So, so now if you are symptomatic, to protect other people, you must self-isolate and you're going to have to, if you go to healthcare and to seek treatment, you've got to wear a mask. And those kinds of things. And then healthcare workers are having to, if they see you in the hospital room, they've got to do the full personal protective equipment, the N95 mask, eye protection, gown, and gloves.
Now, should you call beforehand?
Yes.
And now,
if you think that you might have it, and you're going to go get tested, you got to call first, because if you're going to go to your primary care, they may go, whoa, don't come here. But then you got to say, well, then where do you want me to go? And there will be a place in your community that's set up for testing, and they'll probably send you there. And if you don't have a mask, when you walk in, they will immediately put one on you. And that's just to keep those droplets from just spraying everywhere.
Right, okay. No, what do you got? What do you got there?
Well, actually, I was going to ask how it's transmitted, and he just answered that. But also, is there still a shortage of tests for this?
Here's the thing. So you got to define shortage. So if we wanted to test everyone in the United States right now, we don't have enough tests to do that, because it's hard to come up. So the first thing you have to do is identify the protein on the surface that we can then detect. Mm-hmm. And so to do that, you got to have samples. So you got to have the samples, you got to break them down, you got to, there's a lot of shit that goes in to make the first test. Then you got to test it, make sure it works. Now you got to scale the thing up to 350 million units. That means 350 million boxes, 350 million, the little plastic sheaths that you put around it, 350 million little bags.
Yeah, that ain't going to happen.
No, it's not going to happen. That we're not going to do. So right now we have enough testing to test people who are at risk, healthcare workers, people who have come in contact with people that are known cases, and people that show symptoms that are typical, which would be fever, cough, shortness of breath, and maybe diarrhea now. So.
All right, so I'm a hypochondriac. I think I should be tested. I'm freaked the hell out. Right? Yeah. Tell me, why should I get tested? Who am I?
You shouldn't.
No, but who am I?
But you shouldn't. If you don't have the fever, if you don't have the cough, and if you don't have diarrhea, you should just stop it, because you're clogging up the system to people that should really have it.
Someone. Now, if you're asymptomatic but you got exposed to a known case, they will test you, because that's the perfect person to catch, because people are transmitting this virus when they don't have symptoms. They're still going about their daily routine.
Now, Monroe, do you have a question?
No.
Okay, good.
So,
I hope you get it.
Talk a little bit about a thing called pre-test probability. So, if you have a very low pre-test probability of having a disease, let's just say heart disease, and you're going to do a treadmill. That's a classic example. If you don't have chest pain, if you're 22, you don't have high cholesterol, you don't have high blood pressure, the odds that you have coronary artery disease are very low. But if I put you on the treadmill, every once in a while you'll get somebody have a positive test. So the number of false positive tests will outweigh the number of true positive tests. Now, with these coronavirus tests, there shouldn't be that many false positive tests, but there will be some. And so you want to test people that have at least a moderate pre-test probability before you throw them into the system. And that also saves you from just, throwing tests away, doing them unnecessarily.
Now, you have a question?
Yeah, because according to the Shade Room, which is on Instagram, they say black people can't get it. I know that isn't true.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
But, come on,
why are you getting mad?
First of all,
I said according to the Shade Room, because wouldn't it be dope?
First of all,
what if all white people got killed?
Source.
You ain't gonna die.
Source. It's called the Shade Room.
I know, but
that should let you know whatever comes out of there is just ridiculous to begin with.
But come on, Doc.
No, seriously.
What if he goes, it's actually true?
And here's
gonna be happy.
No, I'm not going to be happy, because here's why it's not actually true. And the second reason why I know it can't be true is because black people are predisposed to have more problems with health than any other people with respect to every freaking health problem there is.
Come on, Doc.
Am I right, Doctor? Am I right?
This is the loudest podcast I've ever done.
I am so sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
I have white neighbors, so I know how you feel. Okay? I have white neighbors. I know how you feel.
I just want to let you guys know, these mics do work. Both of you. I
can't hear
swear to
myself.
God, turn your headphone up.
You must got
Turn
this
your
shit on.
Just turn your headphone up.
How you turn it?
Follow the cord. There's a whole new studio.
Oh,
Yeah, now, see?
I thought you
However-
had this shit on like
however,
acoustic guitar.
I just
like,
want to say
okay,
this.
alone.
Monroe brings up a very good point. which
I'm saying
is
the shade
there's
room.
a-
I don't believe
Can
it.
he answer the question though?
He's
And a
back to
follow-up
the shade
question:
room.
how do I give the coronavirus to black people?
I think it's through the app.
Okay, you just won the
Done.
day, Jay. You just won the day. I'm sorry. That's it.
Hey, Dr. Steve,
wait a minute.
is that
Dr. Steve, let me just say, white power. Anyways,
Is that true?
God.
Is that true? Don't say it. I want this to be monetized.
I know you want this to be
And I'm gonna have, now I'm gonna have to
Right
unscrew-
White
you
power
about
would definitely get a monetized. That's
especially,
like the only
especially,
Segment brought to you by the
especially with a
NRA.
black guy saying it.
exactly.
It'd be like a Chappelle's bit.
Clinton Biggs is
Next
the
week,
thing.
Ben Carson.
All right, Dr. Steve.
Back
Dr.
to,
Steve.
Back
Dr.
to the
Steve.
misinformation.
Dr. Steve. Okay, everybody settle down.
Settle down. Sorry.
Settle down, Chuck. You're all whipped up.
I know.
Settle down.
I'm so sorry.
It's all right, buddy. Don't worry about it.
You've known me for a while. You know how I am.
I love you.
I
And
know.
you can do
I'm
that.
sorry.
You can be you.
I'm
Be
sorry.
you.
I'm sorry.
There's a pandemic. I get it.
Again, I'm sorry.
Now, that's not true that black people don't get it, right?
No, there's on the African continent right now. There's about 100 cases, so we'll see over time.
There was a very suspicious
No,
pause
I was like,
before your no.
No. It's I just wanted to make sure that it was my turn. That's all.
Yeah, no, it's very confusing, guys. So we got to be careful
We're
talking
gonna
over
It's
each other.
very
I'm gonna
clear
check.
coronavirus
very
doesn't discriminate against its victims based on race, and what we really don't want to do is have this narrative
Yeah.
that black folks can't get it, so that they don't seek health care.
Right.
If they do get it, so that's a very, I think, a dangerous narrative.
How excited was Monroe though when he thought would that be a great movie if all the white people died from this and it was just black people here, and there was just two white people, me and Jim Norton.
yeah. Why you two?
Why not?
All right, I get it.
I wrote the movie. I'm in
Okay.
it. Fuck, dude. I can't be in my own movie. Piece of shit.
Serious question.
Serious
What's
question.
what's like the incubation period between the time where you may contract it versus the time where you start showing symptoms? And are you like communicable when you first get it, even though you aren't showing symptoms, or do you have to show symptoms in order to get it?
Great question. We're
Thank
just
you.
starting
Two great
to
questions.
learn this because it's very important. It's like what is the rate of asymptomatic transmission of this disease? Because, for example, when we eradicated smallpox, it was very easy to do because there were no asymptomatic carriers. If someone had smallpox, they were shedding the virus. You go vaccinate everyone around them, and it was like putting a moat around the virus that couldn't spread to anybody else. And so we eradicated. There hadn't been a smallpox case in decades now. This one appears to have asymptomatic transmission. So, the median is somewhere around 5 days. It can be 5 to 11 days from the time that you contract it till the time that you're exposed to it till the time that you have symptoms. And you can have the symptoms for anywhere from another, 5 to 14 days, maybe even 21 days. So, and how long are we shedding virus? Still don't know 100% yet, but they're thinking at least 3 weeks. So people who are exposed to the virus, but are not showing symptoms should probably be quarantined for 14 days. And people who have had it should probably be quarantined for anywhere from 14 to 21 days after they recover. So we'll see on that. Those numbers are still coming. But we'll have them very soon.
I have a question from Aaron Howley. Is that it? He wants to know what do healthcare staff and doctors think about how they're being treated during this outbreak?
Well, I mean, they're dumping a lot of information in our laps on how to protect ourselves because, here's the thing. If we get sick, then that's one less person that's out there trying to do something about this. So and this seems unfair, but if a vaccine comes out, they'll hit the elderly and they'll hit healthcare workers before they hit anybody else. I would just as soon get it and get it over with so that I can get into the trenches after I recover.
Here's my second question. Can you get it twice?
It's a very good question.
Unknown. There are some people that think that this thing is mutate. If it mutates, you can get it again. Yes, it's like Norwalk virus. Norwalk virus is the puke and shit virus that derails cruise ships and other things. And you can get it more than once. Influenza, you can get more than once. Obviously,
it mutates.
That's why you get a flu shot every year because it mutates, right? So, and once we have a vaccine for influenza that targets the immutable part of the influenza virus, then we will have a universal flu vaccine. We can eradicate that crap forever.
Let me ask you this. And I don't want to get too wonky, but with respect to, genes and your genetics, which kind of goes back to the shade room.
Yes.
Kind of.
Shade
But
room.
I want to approach the shade room from a scientific standpoint, which is, is there a snob? Are there genetic variations that we have been able to determine cause someone to be more or less susceptible?
Yes, there are risk factors.
What did he just say?
And some of those. Well,
I didn't hear it.
He understood me.
I heard susceptible.
But
So
he's
I
saying
heard-
that
I went,
they identified
yeah, good
anything in
question.
your genetics that would make you more susceptible. And right now, we don't have a real good line on that. But what we do is some other risk factors. One of the biggest risk factors for dying from this disease is to have cardiovascular disease. So if you've had heart attacks, you've got stents, you're having angina, right? At the time when you present, their death rate is up to 10.5%. People with diabetes, chronic respiratory disease, high blood pressure, which kind of curdles my blood because I can't find anywhere. I have high blood pressure, but it's treated. I mean, my blood pressure is 110/70 this morning. So does that mean I'm at increased risk?
You're ruining my day.
With untreated.
I'm going to die.
Okay, I have another serious question. Aaron J. Morse asked, and this I have another friend of mine, Mike Calta, who everybody knows. If traveling, Aaron's going to Mexico. My friend's going on a cruise. As long as they're safe and they wash their hands and try not to touch their face, are they dumb for doing these things? Should you cancel your vacations and your flights if you don't have to go for work or whatever, and just say, I'm out and just stay home during this?
Good question.
It's an awesome question. I got to be honest with you.
I got
I'm
awesome
struggling with this
question.
myself.
You got good question. I got awesome question. I win so
is.
far.
I got two great questions.
I got a great question and an awesome question. That's like three great questions.
Yourself a bill.
If there's a bad question, should you play like a slide whistle?
No, I've got this.
Oh, I just drank Lysol. That was my Saturday first show at Mohegan Sun.
I'm struggling this with my family myself because we're flying into Tampa this Saturday. And my concern isn't so much getting there and being on the airplane and all that stuff. It's once we get there, if all of a sudden they restrict travel, it's how in the hell are we going to get home? Yeah. And so this stuff can happen. I mean, I just heard that the president just now closed our borders to travel from Europe. Is that right? Did
30
you guys
days.
hear that?
30
I just heard
days.
it as I was coming up here.
No, he just closed the borders to Europe for 30 days. You cannot go in and out to Europe for 30 days. The NBA is done for the season. They're done. No more games. And Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson. I mean, God. Yeah. I mean, Forrest Gump has this. This is, and I'm joking around aside. It's weird. It does get a little more real.
Yeah.
Because famous people seem to always.
They're insulated from everything.
They're never They're never in a major plane crash.
Exactly.
Right.
They're never.
I was just going to say that if you're on a plane,
small
with
planes,
a famous
yes.
person, you're not going.
Little planes, but if you're on a big plane, and I remember I was scared one time to fly because the wheel fell off. Diana Ross was on the flight. I go, we ain't going down. Diana ain't going down like this. But now that Tom Hanks, it's like this is real. This is real. So I mean, you're going to Tampa this weekend. That's pretty crazy.
So no, is it?
Are you saying? Answer the question.
You didn't ask one. You just
no.
told
I asked.
Yeah.
He was telling us about the thing.
Oh,
How about that? I'm sorry,
Yeah,
I interrupted. Go ahead.
Well, I'm just saying I'm struggling with it as well, and it may not be up to us. At some point, they may just shut it all down, and that's not a bad response. Think about this: in 1918, when the influenza pandemic hit, there was a parade. In Philadelphia, they said, "Well, we're by God having this parade anyway," and it led to a huge explosion of influenza cases, and that particular influenza killed people, preferentially 20, 30, and 40. And so older people are actually protected from that virus. But, and so when you look at the cases in Philadelphia, they spiked right after that parade. Whereas if you looked at other towns that restricted travel, and they barely knew what a virus was in 1918. You see a much more even, sort of slow advance of the disease, which is good for everybody. We need to buy time for this, and let it burn itself out. And even then, the swine flu or the flu pandemic of 1918, the worst pandemic known to man, killed 1% of the world's population, which doesn't seem, well, that means 99% of people didn't die, right? But it was 500 million people or something, some ridiculous number. It's 5 billion, so 50 million. What? Shit, hang on a second. Now I can't do the math in my head.
It was
Echo,
gobs and gobs of
what's
people.
1% of 5 billion?
A lot.
50 million.
5 billion is 50 million.
Okay, so 50 million people died that year. Wow. So it's an insane number, and that's just the magic of giant numbers, because it's hard for us to imagine a billion, much less 7.5 billion.
Well, that one too.
So,
didn't the 1918 pandemic, didn't it disappear for a little while in April and then come back in the fall and was worse or something like that?
Yeah, if that's true, I don't remember that part of it. The numbers, though, were quite insane. And, think of it this way. 90% of people never got the virus. The vast majority of people never got the influenza that year. It was only affected 10% of the population, but 10% of those people died. So this is likely to be similar in the sense that most people won't get it, and the vast majority of people who get it won't die. But there'll still be tragedy, and the numbers are going to be staggering. But as a percentage, they'll be very small.
Now, they have it Westchester and New Rochelle. 100 people have it from one guy. The National Guard is there. They quarantined a certain mile radius. And now, does that? I mean, people are telling me you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it. You're just gonna get it. So prepare to get it, and you might get it and not get a fever. You might, but you're probably not gonna die because of your age or whatever. But we're gonna get it. Are we? Because
how many
we're in
people
New York
live in
City?
New Rochelle? There's 100 people that have it, and they're already, taking measures to limit it. So, China has 1 billion people. Worldwide, there's still only 126,000 cases. Now, we're still very early into this, but if it's anything like the influenza pandemic, again, most people actually won't get it. And to the question about genetics, probably is some genetic factors in there. It's unlikely that any one virus will kill all of us. No matter how virulent it is, there will be some people that through some genetic factor are resistant to it.
Right. What are you laughing
But we
at?
don't know who those people are ahead of time. We'll only know after.
What's up?
I was looking at Chuck and I was nodding like,
Moreau was,
yeah.
Moreau was
yeah.
just like, I told you.
I told
Shade
you.
Room was right.
Yeah.
Well, maybe.
Now, I have
read
another.
that the first death in Africa from this virus was actually a German citizen. So it may be right. We'll see.
Now, don't dance. Oh my God, that's so racist. That's like reverse racism right here on the YKWd. So let me ask this question though. I want to know. I mean, everybody's saying that some lady had bat soup and that's what happened. I mean, and there's a video of some lady eating bat soup, and how did this? And then other people, like I heard on Rogan, maybe this was engineered. Maybe this is something that was put out there.
I heard someone on the CDC actually talk about that. They were saying like they found a butcher that someone who butchered bats in Wuhan actually like came in contact. That 90% sure think that's what happened.
So is that what do you know anything?
No, nobody does. Here's the thing. They first thought it came from a snake. Then it was suspicious that there's a virology lab in Wuhan. The only way that you would know if this was a manufactured virus is if you sequence the DNA and you find a serial number in it, or somebody put their initials in it. It's that they have completely sequenced this thing. There doesn't seem to be anything artificial. It looks like just a standard coronavirus. If this is manufactured, well, then is MERS manufactured? Is SARS manufactured? I mean, we've got these two other viruses. We don't feel like they were manufactured. So it's most likely this is zoonotic. Coronaviruses are zoonotic, which means that we get them through transmission from infected animals. Mm-hmm. And it could have been a snake. It could have been a bat. Who knows? I mean, who hasn't enjoyed a nice bat
Sex
soup
with,
from time to time?
bat.
So I don't think we can blame it on her.
Exactly.
Right,
but this is something that did jump species, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. The coronaviruses are known to do that.
Right.
Wow. So basically, what is the best case scenario, and then give me the worst case scenario?
Okay. Well.
Is that another good question?
That was a very good question.
No, let him say it. It doesn't count for me.
It doesn't count for me. I'm sorry.
Was a fine question.
Was that a good question or an awesome question?
It's a very good question.
Come on, very good. That's one good, one very good, and an awesome.
One awesome.
I'm blowing you away. Go ahead. Oh, God, I feel so good because I know I'm not smart enough to be him, but I can sure as hell be a good audience member. I mean, I should have been on Oprah. I mean, somebody. God, I'm good at just being a question asker. Go ahead.
Absolutely. No, I have to make up for shitting on your podcast at the beginning of the episode. So.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I'll take
Sorry
it.
for that. Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, I know. I feel bad. Now I forgot what you asked me. Oh, worst case scenario. Worst case scenario, 100% of people get it. That's the worst case scenario.
Okay, can I have the second worst case?
No, okay, well,
I mean,
let's talk about what that means.
Okay.
If 100% of people on the earth get it, and the average death rate is, say, 3%. So let's run the numbers. I gotta ask Echo again. Echo, what's 3% of 7 billion?
21 million.
Yeah, it's 21 million.
3% of 7 billion is 210 million.
You were off by a factor of 10. 210 million. So that would be the death toll if if everybody on Earth got it.
But those would be the weak people anyway, right?
But
I mean,
those the ones who deserve it, right?
However, that
would save Social Security, wouldn't it for us? I mean, at least for me.
However, that's kind of skewed because the fact is that children are very unlikely to die of this. So of the 8 billion people on Earth, however many of those are children, it's very unlikely that any of those, unless those who have pulmonary problems, they would not die. So
you're 100% correct, but we're factoring that in because remember, people with diabetes have a 7.3% chance. People with cardiovascular disease, 10.5%, and so kids have a 0%. So you average it all together, you get about a 3% average.
Okay, so 100% is.
So that's the worst case.
Okay, what's the best
case scenario is like 10% of the population gets it. And so 90% doesn't get it, and 10% does. And of those 3%, succumb to the disease unless we can get, really the absolute best case scenario is that we get a vaccine in the next couple of months and we just vaccinate the crap out of communities around cases, and we just stop this thing in its tracks. And they are doing a clinical trial on a drug called remdesivir. And it's in a phase 3 clinical trial right now. Phase 3 means thousands of people. So they're throwing it out
antiviral
to see. Yeah, it's an antiviral. It's a broad spectrum antiviral that they've used. They've had some success in MERS and SARS, but there were so few cases, it's hard to tell. We talked on my show today, if you have a 3% mortality rate, then how many people do you have to test before you can tell if this thing is preventing people from dying? Because 97% of the people you give it to are going to get better anyway.
No, you just have to test Jenny McCarthy, and if it works on her, we're all good.
Go.
So they actually have something right now that they're testing that could be a vaccine.
Well, right. Okay. So they the first thing that they did, and they did this several weeks ago, was to sequence the spike protein. So if you've ever seen a picture of a coronavirus, Google electron microscope coronavirus. It's got these little spikes on the outside.
It's
that's
very pretty.
That's what attaches to your cell, and then the membranes merge, and then it splooges its viral RNA or DNA or anyway, it's genetic material into your cell, and then it takes over and starts making copies of itself. So the spike protein would be a great target for a vaccine, because if you can block that with your own antibodies, then it can't attach to the cell. Mm-hmm. So they synthesize that pretty quickly. That's actually a vaccine right there when you got it, but it's one dose. Mm-hmm. And now you got to test it, see if it actually works. Does it generate immunity? Do people make antibodies that are then protective? So now you've got to do a study. So you got to have a population of people, and you got to see if their rate of getting the illness is less than other people who are similarly exposed. All that stuff. So it all takes time.
It takes time. Now here's the problem that I have is that certain religious groups and certain other groups are against vaccination.
Jehovah's Witnesses?
Let me tell you something.
Hasidics.
All the people that say, well, I ain't getting a flu vaccine. I ain't never had the flu. Of course, we had 30,000 people in this country.
That's a weird Jewish
die of flu
accent.
this year, and nobody bats an eye.
I'm sorry, I stepped on that. What'd you say?
No, I'm just saying that 30,000 people in this country have died already from influenza. Nobody gives a shit about that.
No.
But those same people that are saying that stupid shit about the flu vaccine will be the first in line to get a corona vaccine.
Yeah, but those people are. I mean, are we going to start taking the flu and vaccines and making people, even if you're religious, getting this stuff? Because I mean, geez, we have the measles are back now, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure what scripture it refers to, vaccines anywhere. So I'm not sure where this is coming from a religious standpoint.
Well, isn't Hasidic Jews do not get vaccines?
Well, when New York was
trying
to pass the law too, someone was saying religious liberty. Some religions have the right to exempt them kids from vaccines. That was one of the exceptions they asked for.
Right.
I don't know why. But,
whatever. But
I'm not saying it's cool, but
I mean, I don't want to get it. I mean, you can do whatever you want with religion. I don't care. But if you're affecting everybody else because of that, isn't that that's dangerous?
They may look, if you have a community of people that say that and cite religious, then a religious preference, then they have to, if they're posing a risk to society, I think society has the right to isolate them from society. They don't have to get it, but they can't be part of society. You can't go to the public school if you're at risk for bringing coronavirus in there, for example, if we had an effective vaccine and everybody else was vaccinated.
Right.
May I ask an unrelated question?
Of course.
Do you do radio? Your voice is very soothing.
He told you he has a radio show.
On the Laugh Button
That's how he has a radio.
Yes, thank you.
He has a. Tell him your podcast is one of my favorite podcasts. It's hilarious, but it's uncensored doctors. I mean, they talk like we talk.
Really?
About everything.
And
what's the name of the podcast? Tell everybody, Dr. Steve.
Yeah, well, we have a show on Sirius XM called Weird Medicine, and then I have a podcast called, similarly, Weird Medicine, the podcast. And it's we were the first uncensored medical show ever on broadcast radio. That's sort of our thing. Yeah. And we still are. They're Dr. Radio. They censor themselves. They're afraid to say certain things. And I like doing it this uncensored because we can get people who wouldn't listen to a medical show otherwise. So we actually give out good information and promote critical thinking and science, but it's guised in, dick questions and nuts and poop jokes and stuff like that.
I've sent him pictures. He has a picture of my penis.
Oh, cool. So does everyone.
I look at it every night.
I got the flu once, and he goes, "Send me a picture of your dad. I need to see if there's a penis fluid on top."
At some point, did you have to tell Norton to stop sending dick pics?
All right, I have enough. I mean, so, okay, here we are. I mean, it's right outside. Somebody outside this room, or maybe in this room. I mean, we're doing comedy shows. We're
Just not
grabbing
the black people.
I know who it isn't.
We're grabbing the. I hope you get it.
Me and Chuck, baby.
And then we're grabbing the mic every night, and we're in these rooms with all these people. I mean, what should
Wipe that mic off.
What? Wipe the mic off.
Wipe the mic off.
I'm actually thinking of bringing my own mic with a cover. Is that?
No, that's not a bad idea.
Is that a
bro.
smart thing?
That's okay to do as long as then what are you how are you going to get the other mic off? So if you're going to take the other mic off and put yours on so that you can touch your lips to it, that's fine. But then you got to still wash your hands after you've touched the coronavirus mic.
Jesus.
You know, you just have to be thinking of these things all the time. You know, if I contaminated my hands, and if I have, am I going to stick my stupid hands in my face somewhere?
All right, so that leads us to a good question. What Bob just said about the mic.
Another good one. I mean,
You're just killing it. All right, how long does this virus live on surfaces? You talk about the microphone. How long?
This is the best question of the night.
What?
No! And I'll tell you why.
How did that
That's what I was talking about. Perseverance, yo.
What?
They're just figuring it out.
You know, I don't know why I asked you on the show. You've been against me the whole time. All right? He doesn't like you.
It's fine, though. But it's not that many of us in the room.
Will you stop bonding? You're like fucking women comics. Just because you have a vagina, you're going to go against me. Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, yeah.
How long does this live on
He's
surface?
whiter than me. Go ahead.
That transmission is called fomite transmission. When you hawk a loogie onto a table,
Okay, who
or
does
onto,
that,
or
doctor?
more likely onto your hand, and then you
Chinese.
grab the bathroom door handle, and then you go in and you leave behind mucus with trillions of viral particles on them, and then someone else comes along and touches that, and then doesn't wash their hands because they're a disgusting pig, and then they stick their hand in their face, and then they get it. So that's called fomite transmission. And originally they thought that it was it wouldn't be more than a day or two, and that's long for a virus. But now they're saying that under the right conditions, this stuff could last up to 9 days on the surface. So,
I mean, we're getting it. I touched so many doorknobs today.
God.
but soap and water kills it.
What about Purell?
It's so fragile.
What about Purell?
Yeah, Purell's probably fine. I mean, soap and water is always better, but that's hard to do when you're in the car and you're handling money at the toll booth and stuff like that. Purell's a good substitute.
Toll booth, what is it, 1985?
Yeah. if you got to go through a toll booth, you deserve it.
Yeah. If you didn't get Easy Pass, you should die.
By now,
Yeah.
you should be dead.
You road clogging fucking coronavirus douchebag.
If you're on the way to the cobbler,
You're the reason we're stuck at the Midtown Tunnel.
Oh God!
if you're heading to the haberdasher, it's for the.
If you're using a token on the subway, those are filled with just germs. All right. Well, I mean, Dr. Steve, I know you worked all day. Thank you so much for staying up with us, answering our questions. You got to go listen to his podcast, Weird Medicine. It's on the Laugh Button Podcast Network. It's he just did an episode on this with all his friends. So go listen to him. Call into his show. It's one of my favorite shows that we have on the network, and he's one of the smartest guys and one of the funniest guys, and just a damn good, nice guy. So,
Hey, thanks,
Dr.
man.
Steve, thank you so much. Do you see how I did that with you, and like what you did with my podcast?
Oh, thank you.
It's
Thank
okay.
you.
Don't worry about it. And I believe the greatest question doesn't. I still win because I had two good questions, a great question, and
And
an
an awesome question.
I think
However, I had the best question of the night, Bobby.
Well, all right, you won. Okay, you won. I mean, I don't know why he did that, but right at the end, you come in and win. All right, but all right, Steve, I love you. Thanks so much, buddy.
All right, man. You too, man.
Okay, bye.
Yo, that was good.
Just call him back one more time.
Yeah.
Just
Call him. Call him now.
real quick. I just
Here,
gotta,
just go ahead and
just
do it.
call him again.
Call him.
Yeah, I just want to.
Yeah.
All right.
Dr. Steve. Dr.
Steve. Dr.
Why'd you pick
Steve.
up, man?
Sorry, we just wanted to hear the
We
song.
just wanted to
again.
hear the song.
Okay, I won't pick up.
I'll see you later. Goodbye. All right, goodbye. I love that song. Oh, Skype rocks it with that little song.
That is a very cool little song.
You can do any song
you
with
can do anything
that.
with that. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
All right, so we're back live. That was, I mean,
Dude, that was great what you
he's
just
great.
did.
He's great.
Yeah.
He's great. I mean, all the people on
You're
Patreon,
great,
because
Bob.
because you're a member of my Patreon, you're gonna live.
Yeah.
You have
There
a
you go.
chance. All the
You're
people
giving
watching
life.
this, all these people watching it on Sunday for free, you're probably dead. And you could have lived.
You should have gotten the vaccine from Patreon.
You could have lived, but you're dead now because
you're
you
dead.
got it.
Right.
And now you could have.
You're watching this from the afterlife.
Yeah, you could have did.
You cheap piece of shit.
Yeah, so there you go. So join Patreon. Maybe next pandemic you'll live because I have a direct line to Dr. Steve. And I really don't like you. Just, I mean, Jesus, Monroe.
That's fine. I love you though, man.
I love you too, buddy. You're not scared about getting this?
Nah.
Oh, Jesus.
We live in New York.
Because you're black, though, Monroe.
No, just because you live in New York, you're
By
going
the
to
way-
get infected by something. And I said earlier, I'm like, you know how many comics got fucking herpes that be sharing joints and shit? Maybe.
I have to tell you,
Yeah, I'm like,
Monroe,
you're gonna
you don't
catch
catch
something.
herpes from sharing a joint. Just want to let you know.
You can. Herpes simplex
Yeah,
too.
you suck a dick afterwards.
No, my cold sore is herpes simplex.
Oh, well, why would you smoke a joint after somebody who you visibly can see?
It
cold
doesn't,
sore
but
under
that's
the-
not how that works. You can have you can shed the disease
out.
without
Let 'em
having
find
an outbreak.
Yeah, you stuck up for
Yeah,
before.
there's
Let
like
'em fight it out.
92% of the American population have herpes.
You're absolutely correct. about it.
Exactly. And people be out there just smoking it up.
And Bobby just
Actually-
went, I don't.
Although
I-
chickenpox is a type of herpes, so
Yeah.
that's part of why
That
it's
is-
the
that
number
is
so-
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, I'm gonna get something from somebody.
But this is, can I say
You're
something?
on. You're
Can I
on.
say-
You know, like, look.
I just want to say something, though.
What up?
I understand your logic. It's dumb, but that's okay. I get it. But
I have good health. I legit just went to the doctor like 2 months ago. I have a good heart. I got
before
good
Wuhan
lungs.
came out.
You're
I'm
also
like,
like
fine.
23.
I'm like, fine. I'm like, who's gonna die? My nana?
Yeah, but 2
It's
months
about
before
time.
the first case in Wuhan happened.
Did he just say who's
first
going to die?
coronavirus
My
case.
Nana, it's about time.
I'm like, look, I've been waiting for that house.
I love this guy.
Yeah,
I love you, Monroe. That was
I love
fun.
you. Listen. I don't want you to die, Monroe, but
I'm not.
I don't want you to. But I think that because not only can you give it to a bunch of people,
Yeah.
if you're not careful, because you're around comedy shows, you're around comedy. That's the thing we have to worry about. We have to consider spreading this.
Yeah.
But you just spread it. You just fucking all over the microphone.
This microphone
his
is my
microphone.
mic. Let me.
But other people use the studio.
This is why you're dumb, because you just assume shit.
no,
you
this
is why you're dumb.
You take it with you.
This is why you're dumb. We just bought this.
Uh-huh.
I have 2 of them, and they're only mine. They're only used by me. And as soon as I'm done, we spray them.
Okay.
When I did a show last night, I had a mic cover, one of these black ones that I put on the mic.
Yeah.
So that I am not spreading anything to anybody else. I wash my hands with Perel before I went
Okay.
out.
Yeah.
I wash the microphone. So
So you're telling me,
Yeah.
'cause let's just go. Let's just, because
What he's telling
everybody's
you is
thinking,
we're the ones
I'm
at
s-
risk because they don't change the actual.
What I'm
covers
saying
on
is
our-
that you should have we should have a cover. Our tool, our only tool
Mm-hmm.
is no matter how hard you don't put that, you're gonna get that on your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you should at least try to protect yourself, and if you have it, protect the other jackass that's going on.
I like
after
how
you.
he's talking to me like I have it. Like,
I think you do have it.
I don't.
I do. You look like you have it.
I think you got it, and you're just trying to divert the attention.
You're right.
I
do
know
have
you
it.
do. You live near New Rochelle.
New
You live
Rochelle?
out in the fucking sticks.
Yeah, isn't
You'll
that-
have it before any of us.
Here's what's funny about that is that you would think that it would be in Manhattan, Brooklyn,
Yep.
subways.
Exactly.
And it's in New Rochelle. I mean,
Where it deserves to be.
Oh,
well, you don't like white people, do you?
I'm fucking with you.
No,
I
you
love
don't.
white
You don't like white people.
I love white people.
No, you don't.
I don't want you to get that soundbite.
Nah, he doesn't like
I don't
white
want you to
people.
get that soundbite. I love white people.
He doesn't like white people. He wants white. First of all, he came in.
No, that's not
It's
true.
a white person's disease. Thank God. Winking, going back and forth. If I did any of that shit, I'd be fucking out of the business. By the way,
This
if
is
I
true.
did any of it,
Yeah.
When
I'd
you
be out of
found
the
out
business.
about sickle cell,
Listen,
were you like, whoosh? It was like, say what now?
I was
okay, that was hilarious.
The way he said sickle cell.
Yeah, sickle cell
Or,
was just amazing.
you don't like white people. You don't. You want us gone.
No, I like y'all.
No,
Y'all
you,
are fine.
nah. You see the way he said, "Yo, I don't give a shit about you." He wants us dead. He wants us dead. That's why he doesn't care. He'll take this and spread it. I guarantee he's going to get it intentionally and then do all the open mics in Brooklyn and try to kill all the up and coming bearded white guys and little chubby white chicks coming up.
I'd be all right with
He's
that.
go-
I'd be totally cool with that.
He's going to get on the stand. He's going to come over to the cellar. Jesse, just give me one spot, please. And just take out Attell, Quinn, me, Keith, Norton. I said Keith.
See, you even paused that, Keith.
Yeah, we want all
Yeah.
for Keith to take a break. I mean, Jesus Christ.
However, I got to tell you something.
Yeah.
You just gave me a great idea.
What?
Which is bringing your own mic cover. I'm doing that starting this weekend.
I
I'm
have
doing
my
that
own.
starting this weekend. I'm serious.
I have my own. I actually worked at the casino this weekend. I was terrified. I brought my kid. And I know that my kid and my wife, and we're not. If we get it, the odds are in our favor. I don't want to get it.
Yeah, you don't want to get it.
I just don't want to get it because I'm lazy and I don't want to get it and give it to somebody.
Well, plus, I mean, having the flu sucks. And
Yes.
this sounds just as bad or worse since people die. I
Hey,
just, like,
but you
it's
have to
gotta
be
suck, and
but
it's
you have
3
to
weeks.
be quarantined.
Ugh.
I mean, the flu you kind of quarantine yourself anyways, but this you have a fucking
It's like a scarlet letter.
a scarlet letter on your chest, man. You especially if you're a comic. Who the fuck's gonna go to your show?
No.
If you're gonna be like, yo,
If you have
sorry,
the coronavirus,
Instagram.
you're still going to shows. You're an asshole.
Forget my
But,
show.
If
I-
you have the coronavirus and you're still performing shows, you're an asshole.
But you know, there's comics that are gonna get sick. And look at the one thing I hate about comedians. I fucking hate it. If you're sick, stay the fuck home.
There's no comedian who's ever going to do that.
And they all go, I'm good now.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you show me your degree on your wall?
yeah,
Where
I'm
you
not contagious
Well,
anymore.
I'm not sick. It's the first thing they say. And then they hack up a lung and then they say, no, but this is the last stage. I'm over
No,
it.
because they need that $25 or whatever the fuck spot it is, or they don't want to lose their little whatever they are in the fucking comedy world.
Right.
You know, because they finally got Patrick finally gave him a fucking $12.90 fucking 45 spot at the stand following fucking Stavros. You know, and it's like, dude, you just took out 5 headliners who make their
And the
living.
front row.
This is my job. This isn't a fucking, I don't do this as a side thing.
Right.
I have to go to fucking Cleveland this weekend to pay my mortgage. And you took me out, you fucking 15-minute hackaroo. Stay home.
That's
And I am I make them, even here at the cellar, before this shit. I told you I was downstairs one night doing a fucking show when they used to have the shawarma wheel downstairs. Remember? Back in the day, before you guys came here, down in the front window where there's chairs now was the kitchen.
that's right.
Okay? And they had a big shawarma.
thing of
like
meat.
Mamoon's.
Yeah.
But it was I think it was better than Mamoon's.
Okay.
It was I was such a fat fuck. I'd come in. I knew the shawarma guy, and he'd cut me meat off and put it on a napkin. I'd go outside in the alley and just eat meat. Just a little fat Bob Kelly. He had no money. I was just getting cellar spots.
it was keto before keto was cool.
Oh god, a little fatso with a greasy
really
napkin. But I remember one night I'm doing a show downstairs, and I get on stage, and I'm doing. I was really energetic. I used to sweat every night, and I went like that to the mic. Wow. And I sucked in a piece of meat out of the microphone, and I went, and I spit it out, and it flew through the air and landed in a lady's eye. Okay? Now add Corona to that. I mean, what the fuck? I mean, I'm sorry, but stay the fuck home. We should all have these little mic covers right here.
Yeah.
You
I'm
should
protected.
go to B&H, get one, put it on your microphone, and you should wipe the mic handle off. Like, because we hold it, and that's where it is too.
That's right.
9 days it lasts.
That's crazy.
Now,
He said
we're
up
getting
to
it.
3 weeks. Up to 3 weeks, he said.
Listen, dude, comics are going to be, we're susceptible.
Yeah.
That's why I told Mike, Mike, come up here. You spray everything I touch, and we got 2 new mic
And by the
covers.
way, he changed that cover he's talking into right now, right before the show. Show him the other cover. There it is.
this is
There's
an
the
extra
other.
You're going to get it though, Bob.
Well, no, I'm going to try not to.
Because you're white.
You'll get it before me because
You're getting it because you're white.
Because
No, he's
You'll
just
get it before-
going to get it. You travel a lot more.
you're gonna get it before me because you have to take the train.
I
And
drive.
Well, if you share a
You have a
joint,
car?
Yes,
you
I'll
get-
be whipping.
No, you're getting it because you share joints with people.
I
who
don't
have-
smoke.
That's what I was just saying.
Oh,
That's
really?
why, but that's why I see how like comics
Back off that mic
share,
a little bit. It's just a
comics
little hot.
share so
Everybody
much.
takes it.
That's why I'm like, all y'all just going to give something to each other anyway.
Yeah.
Comics down there smoking weed, they share drinks. All that shit is nasty.
Can I ask you a question, Monroe?
What's up?
You're back.
did that on purpose.
I know it's okay. It's just you're talking like you're fucking about to drop an album. Like, yo, what's up? Check this out. Give me a beat.
Yo,
Give me
yo.
a beat. I'm Monroe, and I ain't gonna get it. I tell you that's why. I tell you to forget it. My name is motherfucker. I'm on the mic. I'm tall as a fucking Mike and Nike. Oh shit, this is going south. I know it is.
It was
but
going
I'll keep.
south
I'll keep
the
rapping.
moment you started.
And that's why coronavirus only hits white people.
Yes.
Wow, that was bad. I'm usually better than that.
What's up, Bobby? What up, baby?
Listen, man.
Yeah, man.
You don't smoke drugs.
No.
You don't do weed, right?
No, I stopped.
Good for
I
you.
did, and I stopped.
You don't drink liquor?
You don't. Drink?
Nah.
Oh, I love this guy.
Well, I'll tell you, man.
All that stuff I did, and I stopped, and I was just like, I didn't like the environment of places you in. That's it. That's the reason I stopped. I'm like,
Wait a minute. Because
most people who drink and smoke, like I feel like when they're really, really a communal thing, it's just a bunch of sadness on top of sadness, trying to make each other feel bad. I'm like, I don't need that shit. I don't need your insecurity. I don't need that. So I'll just stop.
I respect you for that, and that's why I like Monroe.
I dig that, man.
The Monroe is you've always been a little individual, even though I know you come in, hey, you're black, I'm black, let's attack Bobby and hope he dies. I understand that.
I never hope you die unless I don't get invited to this next cookout.
Buddy, you were
What's
invited to the cookout.
What's the cookout?
Oh, never mind. I'm happy now that you didn't get invited either.
Wait a minute.
Buddy, I invite. Listen, I
No.
told
Hold on.
Because I
There's
thought
a
it was just
cookout?
me. He throws a cookout every fucking summer.
Listen,
like
I told
steak tips and shit.
if you don't make eye contact, you're not coming. Listen, I told Keith he has 4 black people he can invite.
It's always Marina and half of
That's on Keith. That's not my fault. That's Keith. I have Dante.
Uh-huh.
Vaughn was there.
Yeah.
Marina, Keith.
Dante and Vaughn should count as one. And then there's
Why?
2 more spots.
But why? Why Dante?
I like Dante.
Dante's 1. Why? Because he has like bones in his ears and he drives a motorcycle. Why?
I got to tell you, that might knock him down a notch.
Because he has a
Even
Jeep
though
like a white guy.
Yeah, well,
he really is like fucking
wait a
Mindy
minute.
from Mork and Or.
Wait a minute, Bobby. You have a cookout every year?
Listen, dude. Listen,
I
Chuck.
mean, seriously.
I'm going to tell you right now.
No.
We have just become friends.
No, we have known each other
Okay.
for almost 20
that
years.
that is a fact too.
That's a fact.
But listen,
and
here's
wait a
the-
minute. I am tonight just now hearing about a cookout.
Well, you can come now because you're calling me out, and you can't because you threw me into the bus with Chuck Nice. So how's that?
Oh
you
my
have
God.
a new spot.
You know what? Here's
Okay.
the deal. I'm cool with that.
I'm fine with that too. Because I know wherever you live is about to be quarantined.
I love this kid. Where'd you find him? He is great.
I love it.
Monroe, you are great, man. I really dig this guy.
He is very.
He's
funny.
very he's clean.
Almost.
He's like straight edge. Fucking very Kendrick Lamar. Like I don't no pool full of liquor. None of that. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, he's very funny. I wish he wasn't that funny tonight. I wish I was on the receiving end of all this horse shit. And I'm apparently gonna fucking die. My kid's barbecue is done. What the fuck? I mean, this is a sad night for me. Listen.
What up?
You can come to the barbecue. Listen, I'm inviting you right now.
Okay.
So when we have it,
Yes.
when you hear about it, I will try. Here, I'll tell you why.
How come I don't get the invite?
I'm gonna tell you why.
My number's in your phone.
I'm going to tell you why. A lot of people don't get the invite because of I usually invite Colin, Keith, Norton, and Voss, and that's it. And then I go, oh, I got to invite Rachel. Fuck Rachel. I got to invite Amy. Okay. Oh, I got to invite. Oh shit. I remember one year Carmen.
Carmen Lynch.
Carmen Lynch was mad, and I invited her. She never came. A lot of people I invite, and Patrice used to have this problem too, never come.
Yeah.
And it's like, go fuck yourself. You asked me to come, and then I invite you, and go fuck yourself. You're not getting the invite. But you are asking, and you are invited right now. So when you hear about it,
Yeah.
if I don't invite you, call me or
Okay.
just come.
Okay.
But by yourself. Don't tote.
I can
don't
bring my
want
wife?
you can bring your wife.
All right,
but
that's
not
it.
4 of the Philly comics.
That's what it is. That's why I don't get the invite because you don't want me bringing my friend.
No, I like your
Well,
friends.
nobody wants that.
But you don't. You know, I'm not. That's what young comics do. They wind up bringing somebody else because they feel
Because
uncomfortable.
somebody is the ride.
Buddy, I don't care. You know what? Somebody else. It's 2 more hamburgers, 2 more hot dogs, and 5 more steak tips. And I don't have the money for people I don't know. So you can come, okay? And that's it. Bring your wife.
Yeah.
Please bring your wife.
Thank
that
you.
would be great.
Thank you.
You and your wife are invited.
All right.
Chuck, next year.
Next
I'm
year.
gonna-
Oh my God.
Chuck, you can come.
2021.
Chuck,
he gave me.
and you can bring your kids. How many kids? 3 kids?
You know,
How
I
old?
got 3 kids.
I know. I asked you before. How many?
I
mean, how old?
I have a 19-year-old, a 14-year-old, and a 5-year-old.
All right, bring the 5-year-old. The other 2 are going to bum everybody out. Be on their phones going, we go now. Can we leave? Do you have any vegan?
You know what? You're absolutely right. I feel that way
Yeah,
about the other 2.
They're not invited. Listen,
You're
but 5-year-old, I have a bouncy house, a magician.
Really? Do you do
Dude,
that?
I got everything up there. I mean, it is a kid. I got a zip line.
What?
I built a pirate ship in the
What
back.
were we playing last time? We was playing something. It was me, Joe List, somebody else.
Oh, cornhole.
Cornhole.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's a
very
game I don't think I
extreme
want to
game of
play.
cornhole.
No,
I'll
it's
be honest.
not that cornhole.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's where you throw the beanbags in the hole.
Oh, yeah, okay.
You know
okay.
they have a professional cornhole
You know what we call
league
that where
on
I come
ESPN
from?
too?
Beanbag toss. But
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
okay. You guys call it cornhole.
Yeah, you like throw it-
Go for it, yeah.
I don't know who to listen to because you're both talking.
They have a professional
I got enough.
cornhole league. I've watched
You see
it.
that,
I've
right?
seen
And it's
it.
like no one's in shape. It's
I
like they're
wanna
in
be a
worse shape
part
than
of it.
bowling.
Yeah, well, I mean, what are you going to be? You ever see people who play darts? They're just
like-
fat mutants. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
they're drinking beer.
What do you think they're doing? Push-ups in between Guinness? I mean, it was invented for drunk people to go We remember the football game with the piece of paper.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's why I love guys.
Yeah.
We will invent
A sport.
a sport
A sport.
out of tinfoil,
That's
a
right.
booger, and a toothpick.
There you go.
And we'll have everybody in the place just chanting it
Yeah.
and doing it, and there'll be a guy going, "I won!"
My brothers would invent games like that. They would like throw the football, but they'd be like, "All right, you have to let it." They throw it as hard as they can. Be like, it has to hit you square in the chest before you can use your hands. And they would go back and forth. They looked like they just had the shit kicked out of them while they're.
Phew!
Oh, no. All right, show's over.
All right, y'all.
Thanks, Dr. Steve. And hey, listen, this was beautiful.
Listen,
It
guys,
was a great show.
it was in my shirt.
No, seriously, I
That's-
love you.
I did that for a reason.
Yeah.
I did that for a reason.
It's going to be there for 9 days.
9 days.
Inside my hoodie.
Right.
The way you should sneeze
You're going to
is inside of your jacket or in your
your
arm.
elbow.
Not on my hands. My hands are free.
Okay.
Now I sneezed. It's inside. Didn't touch the mic. My mic, by the way. And now I'm going to use that. That's
You're
a-
going to give somebody
That was a
hug
Corona
at the end
burp.
of the night.
What?
You're going to give Liz a hug. You're going to give Keith a hug.
I don't touch anybody, dude. I bow. I'm like fucking Buddha.
Fucking
I
right.
curtsy.
I bow to everybody now. I really do.
The Japanese, they have it right? They got it right. Just
Bowing, you know,
bowing.
I'm not. I used to give Carrie Mandel shit. I always thought that thing with not touching people was a rich guy disease, because when you're coming up, in my head I was like, when you're coming up and you're trying to make it or you're trying to be successful, you kind of don't want to be. You don't want to be. I don't shake.
Right.
Because people take that as fuck you.
That's why they call
Now-
it press the flesh.
Yeah, I shaking hands and kissing babies. Right now, I should have listened to Howie Mandel had it right. He
did.
He had it right. Why do we touch each other? It's such an old-fashioned horseshit alpha male. Let me see how hard you shake.
Right.
Horseshit. I am bowing at everybody like I'm a kung fu master
I
for
test
the
people
rest of
because I
my
have
life.
father issues, but that's a different
You
story.
do.
Well, he's also OCD, which is,
I know.
It's not like he made this,
It's not like he's making a choice.
You know what? You know what I think from now on? I'm going to start something new.
Yeah, but you don't think he's watching the news going, I've been doing this for years. I was right. And I told all you fucks, and now you're doing it my way.
It's true.
Right. I want to invent. You know what I wish I did? And I think I'm definitely going to do this because this is going to happen again. As soon as this one's over,
Right.
I am buying. I want to buy patreon.com/Robert Kelly hand sanitizer, and I'm going to sell it as my merch at the shows.
You should do that now.
I know
Face
you.
mask-
Why wait?
Face mask with one of those things printed on it,
Yeah, right.
right?
Yeah, but I'm gonna
Right.
tell you
Good
something
idea.
seriously, Bob. This is the only second idea I've ever given you.
Yeah.
The other was you did a joke, and it was about you doing something on a snow thing, and it was so funny.
Yeah.
You know, I don't watch comics,
Right.
but I watched you do that joke, and I was like, after you got off stage, I don't know if you remember this. I said, bro, you need to find somebody to animate that joke.
Yeah.
You'll get 5 million views.
Yep.
Do you remember that?
I do.
Yeah.
And I actually recorded it, and I have the actual audio.
It's-
but I gotta find. I can't pay $70,000 to some animator.
I know.
So one of the
But-
fans out there, hang on, I'm doing this.
Go ahead.
One of the fans out there, I don't know if you want to animate it. It's up to you.
And you should, because guess what? You'll get your 70 grand back with no problem.
All right, listen.
That's
no,
how
I'm not,
funny the
no,
joke
Will
is.
you stop giving my money away?
Oh.
I need a Rolex fucking Sky Dweller blue face. It's 22 grand. All right.
However, the other thing is,
Yes.
don't worry about the Purell because you can't get that right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
So here's the other thing you can do: 99% isopropyl. Get little spray bottles, put it in, spray it on your hand. It's the same as
What
hand
is that?
It's
Isopropyl
straight.
alcohol.
It's
It's like that.
straight alcohol.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. You just spray it in a
But
just
what
spray it on
happens
your
with-
hands.
What happens with people is that it's hurting their hands. It's drying their hands.
Right. And so then what you do now is you follow that up with the Robert Kelly hand lotion.
Right.
Yeah, with
Go
his
right
fans,
behind.
With his fans, that's not what they would be using it for.
Well,
Yeah,
there you
my
go.
fans
Yeah,
would be
white
jerking
people
off
should
during
use
my
it.
show.
Well, that's
Into the Robert Kelly face mask.
Yeah.
so now you're selling even more tickets. Now I got 2 reasons to come to a show.
Matt Richards is telling it.
There's just aloe vera and alcohol.
Well, there's something else in it too.
But if you want to make your own at home, that's what they say to do.
That's what Matt
Can we
Richards
get a mic
did.
over there?
Yeah,
for-
because we
selling
couldn't hear a
it.
word you said, Mike.
Can you get a mic over there?
What did he say?
What?
He said aloe
I
vera.
can't. Hang on one second. What'd you say?
Aloe vera.
No, you can't have a mic over there.
We got to set everything up, but there will be one over here.
Okay, great.
What did he say though? Because I didn't hear it.
Aloe vera and alcohol makes hand sanitizer.
That's what's in it. But there's some other stuff too.
Oh.
They're actually prisoners in New York, I believe. Cuomo, right?
Yeah,
Is having them make hand sanitizer.
I saw that.
But it's only
It's like
but-
65 cents an hour or something.
Yeah,
like
it's
that,
65 cents an hour. What they're prisoners?
I don't give a
do.
shit. What else they gotta
Everybody's
do?
bitching. You're not paying them enough. They fucking murdered people.
Not
They
all of them.
shot-
All of them.
Well, I
Oh,
just,
look at you
What else
standing
have they
up.
got
I'm
to
saying,
do?
what about
They
the
have
ones that just
entire
stole
day.
book bags?
How about this one? How about this one? You're making 65 cents an hour. And you're not just sitting Gen Pop doing push-ups. You're saving. You're actually getting with Jesus or whoever you believe in. You're helping the world again. So take the 65 cents an hour. Shut your face. Get some Newports or some Parliament 100s.
Buy some ramen at the commissary.
All right, and I said another brand just so it's not.
Not totally racist.
Yeah.
I mean, but that is the black brand.
Even both of them are really a black brand.
What's the
Why
other
didn't you
brand?
just
Yeah.
throw in
Well,
cool?
Pol-
Get some Newports or some Cools. I mean, whatever you smoke, whatever it is you people.
Whatever the
smoke.
diverse cigarette store in your area sells.
Parliament 100s are black guys and middle-aged white women cigarettes.
You're actually right.
I am right. I am totally right. I had a mother-in-law. Can you go down and get me Parliament 100s? The ones with the
Bobby.
I think that this whole thing is going to get a lot worse, and I think as comics, it's man.
There's gonna be like 10 cities and shit that are like quarantined. It's
Do you
gonna be
understand that they're going to cancel shows? They're going to cancel shows.
They already did. They canceled South
yeah.
by Southwest.
Yeah, but they canceled that, and I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
That's a festival.
They didn't cancel that. The city canceled it.
Yeah.
Because the world comes to that.
Yeah.
Moon Tower is just the people from that area.
That's still going on?
Yes, because it's where comics are coming in,
Yeah.
and it's a smaller thing. It's not the world coming in for that.
Yeah.
It's just us, and it's the people around there are coming to the shows. South by Southwest is literally the world. They have a tech floor.
There's like 40,000 people coming through.
Too many people, so the city canceled it, not South by Southwest.
I had a
lost
fundraiser
money.
in Long Island canceled.
What is it?
A fundraiser in Long Island canceled. Right?
Well, they're canceling stuff
it's
like that because
like
it's
that's happening. Here.
it's like, you know, they don't need to do that. They can wait on that. They can do the fundraiser again. Comedy clubs, that's how they make Comedy
That's how
Cellar
they
and
make
the
their money.
Stand. That's how they make
The
their money.
Stand canceled shows.
Which
They
one?
Canceled the Stand.
Yeah, but that's
Canceled
because
some
the
of day,
comics
they
couldn't
canceled-
fill the room.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
Oh,
Damn, Bobby, you were on the lineup.
I'm sorry. It's Stavros's pizza night. We can't fill. I wonder why. No, I'm kidding. Stavros, I say that because I love him and I know he could fill the room. That's why. Of course. Okay.
By the way, you're scaring the crap out of me.
Well,
I'm
no.
actually starting to hope that Monroe is right, that black people can't get it.
Yeah, but if
I don't even
Because
know if I'm right.
you're
I
right.
just heard it.
You-
I'm like, that don't
first of
sound
all,
right.
you don't want that.
No.
you're gonna play all black rooms. Come on, Chuck. Chuck Nice.
yeah, we've
give
known
it up
each
for Chuck Nice. Hey guys, you guys see me on the Today Show? All right, we'll have a great time. You'll be fucked. You'd have to change your name,
Oh,
Chuck D. Something.
oh God, that was worth coming here right there. What you just did.
Chuck Nice has an album coming out. When is it?
Yes, I do.
Yes. When is it? When
That's
is
why
it?
I'm here,
When is
right?
it? Yes.
I have an album coming out on March 17th.
March
It's
17th.
called Uncomfortably Hot Dad, a title that totally betrays exactly what he just said
Yes.
about me. So
It is a hilarious album.
It's very funny.
It is coming out on Laugh Button Live.
Yes.
Records. It's one of our first albums that
Yeah.
we're coming out with, and we're very proud of it. Very proud of you, and you should. I mean, he's one of the funniest guys. I mean, in Aruba, I got to follow this fucking asshole,
I love it too.
and he just goes and he murders at will. You know, he just goes up. He's like, "Hey, what's up?" We're just talking. And they go, "Chuck Nice." I'll be right back. And he just goes up, "Rah!" And the place flips out, and then he comes off. All right, dude. I'll see you after. Maybe we'll go get some acai bowls.
Yeah.
And it's unbelievable. So
But
now-
I'm not doing anything to you because he does the same thing. So it's cool. But I appreciate that. You're right.
unbelievable, man. I can't. You got to get this album. Download it. It's coming out on everything, right?
It's coming out on every single thing. So no matter where you know,
Yeah.
whatever it is that you're doing your thing on, guess what? It's there. Pandora and Sirius and Spotify and
it's
you
not
know,
that dirty.
Google,
It's
and
not-
I'm really not that dirty.
Which is-
I'm not mean. I'm not dirty. I'm not political.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm not safe.
Yeah.
I hate a lot of shit.
Yeah.
And I let that. But you know what? I'm actually. I hate to say this. I'm a very compassionate, loving person.
Yep.
And it's very hard for me to be like. I love a guy like you, who, and I mean this. You and Norton. Patrice had this too. At least he did with me.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, Todd Lynn was this way with me. I don't know.
Not with
And I know
anybody else.
I know Todd Lynn. A lot of people said he
he
was
was-
an asshole, but
He was that way with me after I threatened.
but he
his
was
life.
with me. And so and I think it's because I really do like people.
Yeah.
I'm not a conflict driven person. Like I love hanging around and watching you guys talk to one another, and I don't join in the conversation because they cut each other up. And I am not good at that because I am an angry person underneath it all.
Yeah.
I'm in therapy for a very long time to deal with the fact that I have very deep anger issues, and I don't want anyone to bring that out of me. You know, because it starts off like, blah blah blah. And
You're
then-
Bill Bixby.
right? Yeah, and then I'll
You're
go
Bill
like,
Bixby.
right,
You're walking around going, "Hey, how you doing?"
How's it go? Right, and then 2 minutes later, I'm like, I'll fuck you, I'll kill you, you fucking and I don't ever want that.
Right.
But what I love is when I see comedians who are detached enough from the situation, not themselves, but the situation where they can enjoy that kind of exchange.
Well, we do that.
And I love it.
We do that all the time. I don't do it with everybody. I really don't.
No, you
There's
don't.
certain people that I know. Look, I'm not going to do it with you. Our relationship is different, and that's cool. And I had to learn that over the years because when I first started hanging out with all these guys, and the fans do it too. And it's like, listen, relax. You're not one of us. Okay?
Right,
I get it, but just
Yeah,
stop
you
with
don't know me.
So many guys I've blocked, and they're like, "I love you. I'm such a." Well, don't call me a
Right.
fucking whale.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I
Right.
don't know you.
I'm still a human being. I have feelings.
Well, I was just doing with Jim Norton. I know, but he's my friend and I love him. Well, that doesn't make sense.
Right.
I know. Like even the other night, last night, we were doing this show. We were doing the.
Y'all kicked me out.
Oh, we kicked him out. It was so funny.
Oh, wait.
And then he was sitting at the table and we were like, beat it. And we made him.
That's hilarious.
And then he was over by the bar and we kept going, shh. And then me and Keith were like, yo, man, he's got to go.
That's funny.
And Liz was like, go to table 17. He's like, what? There's no table
there's no
17. Like
17.
there's a seating chart at the
That's
cellar.
hilarious.
And he was so mad because sometimes I get it. I've gotten it.
Right.
There's more than one. Keith is Keith has turned the
Keith
whole
is
table
merciless,
against you.
though. Yeah.
And the only thing you can do is sit there and take it.
Yeah.
Shut your face, and if you got a good one, try it. It's probably not going to work.
Yeah.
And take the hit. But there is a certain level of. There's a lot of love that goes into that.
That's the deal.
You
You
know?
know what I mean? I wish I had that. I wish I had the ability to do that, to like play.
Yeah.
And it's real play.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's why I'm in therapy. I'm working on, I can't wait to get to a point where I can just fuck around with somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I
Well,
mean?
I mean, it's probably
I mean,
not going to
you
happen
don't
at
do
this
that.
age. Yeah, I would just stay you, a phony. Listen, yeah. I would just be you for this. Don't ever.
Yeah,
I don't
don't-
want you coming and go, hey, what's up, fat fuck? You know, hey, what's up, dude? I mean, stop.
Yeah,
Just
you're
be
right.
you.
It's not going to
You're
work.
not like that either, though, Jay.
No, I'm not like a bust balls kind of person.
No, but you're
no pun
funny.
intended. Yeah.
You make me laugh, hanging out and talking, but you're not that person. You don't fuck
like
around.
one time I was here, it was like Mike Lawrence and Mark Norman who hysterical, but then they just get out of busting each other. I feel like I can't, you know,
Yeah,
and
you're
it's great. I could like love listening to it,
Yeah.
but I can't really.
And
add
those
it.
two guys are like just joke machines.
fucking incredible. It's
Yeah,
so
there's
funny.
it's just it's like it's coming out of a computer.
Right.
It's like you have a beard that smells like shit. What?
So I just sit back and watch at that point. But yeah, no, I'm totally not like that.
Yeah, dude. Now, were you ever like that with all the comics you came up with?
Not really. I mean, I had 3 brothers. I still have 3 brothers. So like with them, I would do it. But it gets to the point you're just like I don't know people, like I don't know you well enough to be like call you fat. You know
Yeah.
what I mean, or
Well,
to
what
call
the-
you sweaty or whatever the fuck. You know, it's like I don't. Like,
Oh, she just did it.
let me see.
know
Let
you
me
that
take
well
out my.
to say
Let me
it.
take out my notes.
I'm pretty
no,
sure
but
you
like,
just did call me fat and sweaty.
That's hilarious.
well, no, you said how someone called you a whale.
I get it all the time. It's,
Yeah, so like I don't want to do that because that's not me, and I don't think
Yeah.
you know. It's like
That's just mean.
What
Yeah.
you've done it?
Not
You
out
did
of
it last
hate.
night.
It's out of love.
Yeah, that's after.
No, fuck that. Because you got to take that back.
He goes, I want to
When
slap
I
your
first-
titties last night.
No, I didn't say slap your titties.
What'd you say?
I
What'd you
said
say?
because they was putting the lavalier mic down. And I was like, make sure you get it between them titties.
Oh, that's much better.
Yeah, that actually has some jazz to it.
So much better.
It was like a song.
there's no violence like the slapping the
Yeah, I
titties.
was
There's a
never-
caressing the titties.
I
Oh,
met
maybe.
you the first time I met you.
Yeah.
I walked to the back table. I had on like a cardigan, and Keith introduced me, and he was like, "Hey, this young fella Monroe." And I extended my hand, and he was like, "I don't like your fucking sweater, dude." He was like, "Your sweater looks like you write hand poems." And like for like 40 minutes, you just stood there and fucking just dug into me, and I just stood there. I didn't
That's-
know you, but I liked it. I was like, "Fuck it, all right."
Yeah. Hey, there is something about it.
That's very funny.
I do remember that night.
Yeah.
That sweater sucked.
It was a terrible
Oh, it was
sweater.
a terrible
It was
sweater.
it was like one of them old Navy sales where they got to sell everything.
Yeah.
So it's just like, yo, it's $2. Get
Yeah.
this shit.
It looked like somebody
It
definitely
wasn't worth it.
somebody molested somebody in that sweater at some point. Like that was a crime scene sweater. Just some middle-aged white guy,
That was a terrible sweater.
balding guy. You guys want to go for ice cream?
Right.
It had like a thick neck that flipped
Oh.
over. Yeah.
I have a PS4.
Like, hey, you guys like video games?
All right, when is this show over? How long have we been
Jesus
doing
Christ!
this?
No, we're gonna. I wrap it up. I'm the host. I'll take care of it.
Oh,
Just
I'm
sit
sorry.
back and
It was
relax.
over once he
You-
sneezed.
this is the problem with you, and I'm going to tell. Not a problem, but
It is
this
a problem, and
it
I
is
know what you're going to say, and you're right. It's a problem.
because you are used to running shows.
I am.
Because I want to go through your credits a little. What are you doing right now? The shows you're on.
Oh God. Well, at this time, I'm doing a podcast called Star Talk Sports Edition. Okay, with a former soccer player named Gary O'Reilly. I'm doing Star Talk with Dr. Neil deGrasse Tyson.
All right, stop right there.
Go ahead.
Stop right there.
Yeah.
Neil deGrasse.
Listen, man.
Yeah.
Damn.
I love
dope.
that guy, and I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
I just posted what he did this thing. I don't know, this interview, and he talked about children
Okay.
and raising kids.
Yes.
Do you have that video, Mike? I'm sorry. Am I bothering you? No, I'm sorry. Did I bug you? Were you
was
not listening
sleeping.
to what I said? You were what? Oh, okay. Maybe listen to my fucking show. Neil deGrasse, can you please tell him
I said I'd do a show with Dr. Neil deGrasse Tyson.
on my remember
and
my
he
Instagram
said
where I
you-
put that video with him? He made a video that
Yeah.
touched my heart.
Really?
I mean, listen, man. It is everything I thought in my heart about raising my child.
Really?
And I didn't. You just. I felt it. I knew it. I think it. And he put it to words.
Wow.
And I loved it. And I reposted it on my thing. And I actually sent him a message, a DM.
That's fantastic.
And it was a long shot, I know. But not that. I mean, he's been on Jim and Sam. He's been on the Opie and Anthony show.
Yeah.
And I know you know him too. So we're not that far away from each other.
you're not.
And I do have a blue check next to my name. I mean, you should take that into account. That's not for just anybody.
Did he read
right?
it?
I don't know how to do that. But here's the thing: is I posted it, I tagged him in it, and I'm waiting for Mike's face to actually look up and tell me that he has it. It's on my Instagram. You could go on my Instagram on the computer, not on your phone, on the fucking huge computer we have. I mean, am I pissing you off? Am I asking too much of my producer?
I just love it.
He hates being over there.
no,
usually, Mike. Listen, this is why he's usually over here with me. And there's somebody over there, but he's
Right.
doing this right now.
But it's already up.
Where is it? Do you got it?
Oh my God. This is how I do another podcast called Not So Nice Advice. It's just me.
Yeah.
And this is how I need to be the way you are on this. I forget it.
Okay. Well, anyways, you put this up there, and I sent
Let
him
me
this
see
message. Scroll down. Scroll down. Keep scrolling. Whoa, what the fuck? Yeah, keep going. All right, it's over there, the puddle. Hit the puddle. Can we play this? All right. I mean, this is amazing. Go to my Instagram, Robert Kelly Live on Instagram, and watch this clip. We're going to play it right now, but I mean,
Kids are sources of chaos.
Okay. Rewind it again, please. Can you? I don't know what you do. I just click play. It's okay. Good.
Kids are sources of chaos and disorder.
Yes.
Get over that fact. I was in Central Park, and it had rained a little earlier, so there were puddles in some of the walkways. I saw a woman walking with her kid. The kid has galoshes on and a raincoat on, and there's this big, juicy, muddy puddle right there. I said, please let the kid jump in the puddle. You know the kid wants to jump in the puddle. The kid is like 3 or 4. And what does the mother do? Pulls the kid around to prevent that from happening. That was a bit of curiosity in that moment that was extinguished.
Wow.
Gone. Kids are sources of chaos and disorder. Get over that fact. And where does the disorder come from? It's because they are experimenting with their environment. Everything is new to them. Everything. You splash the water, there's mud, it's fun. You get to see the cause and effect of a force, downward force operating on a fluid. You don't have kids with the intent of retaining a clean house. These are non-commensurate goals. People ask about raising their kids. They ask about education. So I can just tell you that what has to change with our kids, curiosity, provided it does not kill them. If it meant we had extra work, I would do that extra work. And on the other side of that is school should, as a minimum, preserve that curiosity for you. When you come down the steps on the last day of school, you should be sad that school is over, not happy, saying, gee, I got to go 2 or 3 months without learning anything? And the fact that you're happy that school is over means something is not working in there. You're not enjoying the learning process. If Einstein were here and we're talking with Einstein, we could talk to him for hours and hours and hours. You know what question will never come out of our mouths? Is, what college did you go to? I want to go to that same college. I bet most of your people who've sat in this chair, it's not about what college they went to. It's about their own initiative, their own ambitions, their own curiosity. That is not taught in school, sadly. School, they view you as this empty vessel that they pour information in. You test it over here, you get a high grade, you're praised. Is that who become the shakers and movers of the world? I don't think so. So I can just tell you that what has to change, your task, is less to instill curiosity in your kids than it is to make sure you don't squash what's already there. They'll retain that curiosity through the turbulent middle school years into high school. And what is an adult scientist but a kid who's never lost the curiosity?
Damn right. There you go.
Oh, click that out.
That's why I love that guy, man.
That's it. I mean,
that's why I love him.
This is how we end, right?
I'll tell you that. I mean, first of all, that sound bed you could put on a banana bread recipe.
Yeah.
And
It's
it would,
not gonna
you'd
be-
be like, this is the most epic banana bread recipe ever. I get it's the sound bed. That sound bed is like from
3
a
and a
Bruckheimer
half
movie.
cups of flour.
Two men
Right.
discover each other. I mean, you can do that. Sound bed's pretty epic. I
2
understand that.
tablespoons of vanilla.
Added to 4 old bananas.
One virus, 2 black men who could never get it.
And one chubby white guy who did the podcast that made all podcasts possible.
But you're right. I love him for that. And you know what? It's funny that you play that because I've seen you with your son.
Yeah.
And that is who you are with your son,
I-
which is why you resonate. That's why that resonates with you.
This helped me right now with him because he's at an age where he's being defiant.
Of
He's
course he
being-
is.
And I'm
He's discovering who he is.
I don't want to yell at him.
Yeah,
And
he
I
wants
do.
his
I do.
independence.
I do once in a while. I'll be like, Max, and I'm like, me and my wife we're always, Bobby, just bring it down. Dawn, let's go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you're not going to get through it.
Right.
It's not who we are. We're
But-
from Boston.
but listen,
we were
you're
yelled
human.
at. We were yelled at as kids.
Yep.
Our moms, our dad. Bobby, put that down, you fuck. Dawn, shut. I mean, that's who we were raised as. So to break that cycle is hard, and we do it once in a while. But we check each other. But that video right there, when I watched that, and I watched it more than once, and it keeps me. It let him jump off the curb, let him run through the bushes,
Yeah.
let him pick up a bug.
Absolutely.
I really believe.
So let me just say this.
Yeah.
I have 3 children.
Yeah.
And a lot of my stand up is about how much I cannot stand my kids.
Right.
Okay? But the truth is, the greatest privilege I have on this earth is being a father.
Right.
And I love it.
Right.
I love it, which is why I'm able to do stand up about how much I hate my kids.
Honestly, that's
Bec-
most of my stand-ups about how much I hate your kids. It's really weird. It's so weird that you're here.
Jay, that was great.
Thank you. Thank you.
Apparently she doesn't have. Apparently she has a hard time busting balls.
I know. I'm like, okay,
Yeah, exactly.
bro.
I was like, wow, somehow that all goes out the window. It just goes into the shitter with me.
I've never heard him be that. I mean, literally, he had me. He's like, let me tell you something. And I was like, oh my God. And you're like, I'm fucking.
Yeah. But I was, that was funny.
Can I tell you something? What I think happened, and I hope it didn't happen.
What?
Is one time when he was on Opie and Anthony.
Who? Neil?
Neil.
Yeah.
And I mean, look, he's amazing. He's awesome. I love him. I really do. He's just great. And he was talking, and he was just going into the way he does it. He can
Of course he
just
gets-
just take a room over, and everybody's asked him a couple questions about black holes and space.
Yeah.
And then I went, "Can I say something? How does it feel to be off the Love Boat?"
Oh my God.
And nobody laughed.
Of course they didn't.
I thought he.
Why
looked
would
like,
you laugh at that?
I thought he looked like Isaac from the Love
I
Boat.
just got that.
Oh my God.
And it tanked.
So fucking funny.
What did he do
That's-
though?
It's so funny.
He looked at me like, "What? I get it, but we're on a comedy. I mean, for me to take
Yeah,
that
but he's
shot,
not a comedian.
like, he's funny though.
He
And
is
he's on-
funny.
and he's on that show, and we do. And for me, I've never. It's not like. I mean, I called him Isaac from the Love Boat. That is a fucking great line.
Listen, that's funny to us.
That's so
I fucked up.
But when you're like the greatest science communicator on the face of the earth, and an astrophysicist who has 30 books, and somebody says, "I loved you in the Love Boat,"
That's funny.
and you
He's
used,
laughing now.
Wait, and
That's
you
so
used to
funny.
be a championship collegiate wrestler. You're like,
Right.
I will fucking break your neck.
All right,
And-
listen, I get that, but I am a fan. I wouldn't have said it. I mean, that's a pretty funny line,
It is
Chuck.
a funny line. but-
Listen, I mean, but I just want to say that, if you could repair the relationship. I can't be around famous people. I ruin every relationship. I can't talk. I just fuck it up. I did it with Chris Evans. We could have been pals. I fucked it up. I fuck him up all the
So
time.
How'd
funny.
you fuck up Chris Evans?
I sent him a text and I went good meeting instead of you. And he never talked to me back again.
You're a little neurotic. To
Oh,
think
I
that.
love
That's
you.
probably not what.
No, that's exactly what happened.
Really?
Oh yeah. Oh, and then it's just done. I just
Yeah, well, it happens.
yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta, not.
Yeah, I should have
That
just.
just
Like
means he's a
sometimes you
shitty
just
person.
gotta
What?
not.
That just
and
makes
that's
him a
it.
shitty person.
I didn't hear you. What?
I said that just makes him a shitty person.
No, he's
he
not a-
didn't go. He's good meeting you too, man.
It's a little weird.
Nah,
I
fuck
was,
that.
I, and it was, and, I, and it
I'm
was
on
that,
your side, Bobby.
that night he gave me his number, and that night I texted him like the movie Swingers at like 2 a.m, and everybody was like, "No, don't do it." And I was like, "I'm gonna do it," and I did it. And it was like, "Good meeting." It's like, what? All right, fucking idiot. Goodbye.
Yeah, I did that with Cuba Gooding Jr. So
You did?
Yeah, I did. Same
What?
thing.
Yeah.
I texted him after we met. Yeah. We hung out for a night, and we got.
Was it the same night where he was like,
Blow
"Somebody
jobs?
fuck this baby"?
Well, he got a
Well,
blowjob.
somebody
It was
fuck
from
this
me.
baby.
No,
I'd blow Cuba.
no, he was a lot of fun to hang out with.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then I texted him, and of course, I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
You know, I should not. I should have let it go.
Yeah, you're.
You know?
I don't care who you are. You're the fat chick,
Right.
with famous people.
There you go.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, you know, yeah. But I was like, he was just like, "Hey, man, you know, you want to do movies?" I was like, "I do not want to do movies. That's not who I am." He's like, "You know what? I should introduce you to Oprah."
I shouldn't say fat chick. I should just say fat guy because I'm me. I don't know why I just threw fat girls, chubby girls under the bus. I could just say me. You know what I mean? I'm
Actually-
me in the relationship.
Chubby girls are like it right now. So, you know.
If you live in Philly, they always been it. Fat girls are the best.
Are you from Philly? Mm-hmm. So am I. Okay, right.
Oh,
on.
shit. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. See,
I
that's
know
why
I
we
felt
stick together.
something.
I can't believe you guys have never met.
We have not. This is the
Yeah.
first time we have ever met, like formally.
Like formally, man. Like,
Formally.
I'm all-
I have
hey,
seen
what up?
you.
Yeah.
I have seen you at the clubs, like, yo,
Yeah.
what's up? But we've never introduced ourselves.
Oh, good. That's what my show does. It brings people together.
Yeah. Once a month, Bobby brings 2 black people who've never had a handshake.
Once a month.
Yeah.
Once a year. What do you?
Oh shit, my bad.
I don't have two. at
There are
the
more
same
black
time.
people here than at his cookout.
Oh my God. Jay is like on
Sorry.
fire right
Told you
now.
she's funny.
She's doing it.
Can't tell, but
I love it.
so what's the other show you're on?
And then I have a podcast that I do called Not So Nice Advice, which I put out once every 6 months. Right. And, which I
You used to do news too, though, right? Were you
I still do political commentary as well.
Right, yeah.
You know, and you know what's funny is most people don't know me as a stand-up comedian. That's why I put the album out.
Really?
That's why I was happy to put the album out. I was like, okay, laugh, you know what I mean? Laugh button, I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
I'm going to actually do this because people don't know me as a stand-up. They think I'm a TV guy.
I think your personality.
Right. They think I'm a TV guy. That's what they think. They don't know that.
It's not a bad thing.
No, I guess it's not.
Good thing, yeah.
But they don't know that all that TV crap came from the fact that somebody saw me on a stage.
Yeah.
You know, but anyway, go ahead.
Now, when was your last album before this one?
Wow.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
This is
it's
the
my
first
first
one? Oh, wow.
album.
Oh, wow.
This is, I mean, I don't
That's
even.
amazing, yeah.
I don't understand.
Wait,
And the reason why I did it is because, you know, Emilio from Emilio owns, what's the club?
New York
New York
Comedy
Comedy
Club.
New York. And Emilio, thank you. Emilio's a good friend of mine. He was just like, yo, man, you should put out an album. And I work with these people, and you know what? You should do it. And I was like, I just have never thought of anything. Here's the thing. I'm going to be very honest. I love doing comedy.
Yeah.
I've never done comedy for like money.
Yeah.
I do it because I am addicted to this. I wish I did not ever have to do comedy again,
Yeah.
but I have to do it. That's all I can explain it.
Yeah.
I never want to do this shit. It's the most awful business in the world.
Yeah.
Who would do this?
Yeah.
And I can't stop myself from doing it.
Yeah.
And so he was like, "Dude, you're amazing. You're funny. You need to do that." And so that's how we.
He is doing a lot of good stuff over there, and I love that he's put this club back on track.
He did.
And he actually is allowing comics, which the Comedy Cellar has done for years, to create.
Yes.
Which I love. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't fun. I'm writing my new hour at the Pussycat,
Nice.
which I get that hour to work my stuff. Like last night, to be able to go up
And just do it.
and do this
Yeah.
thing that's a little different than what I can do at the clubs.
Right.
Speaking of that, I do want to go. We got to wrap up, right,
Okay.
Mike? All right, relax. I say when we wrap up, okay? Oh, okay. Mike said he's in a shit mood. Why in a shit mood?
He wasn't when he got here.
Yeah, you're in a good mood.
I think it's you, Bobby.
It's not me. I know him. He's never like this. Look, he's holding his head up. Look at his. All right, sweetie.
All right.
We're gonna let Mike. I real quick. What do you got going on, Jay?
I don't have much of anything. My career is the coronavirus.
So this podcast.
This is
still
it.
a
This is the
credit.
highlight. Everything else has been canceled. No, not a lot this summer. I plan on being on a few different states down south, but I'll announce that on my website. Just Jay McBride, JAYE.
I mean,
MCBRIDE.
fucking I'm going to say it, deliciously funny.
Well, thank you.
I mean, and that's my, I just made that up.
Okay.
I mean, really funny. I mean, I
don't
remember
think
when I
you're the
met
first
you, and
person
I
to
said
say
this before. I was like, all right, whatever. You're going to go on. I met you at the radio station, whatever, something.
Oh, right.
And you came on. I was like, all right, we'll see what this is. And she went up and just fucking killed it. And I was like, oh, my God. And it's so different. Usually when you have, like, openers or whatever,
Yeah.
it's like, okay, I watch a couple minutes. I'm like, all right, seen it, done it. Here
Yeah.
comes a T-shirt fucking sale.
Right.
Right at the end. Hey, guys, before you go, I'm filming 15 things, and I need fucking money. I get better as a comic, and you become a headliner. Then you get money. That's how it works. Anyways, no, sell your T-shirts. Get a bracelet, a mug, a koozie. Do whatever you got to do. God forbid you write a fucking better hour. No, but anyways, I digress. She went up and, I mean, blew me away. Original, out of the gate, taking risks, funny, and is hilarious. So if you get a chance to check her out, please do, and go to her website.
I appreciate that.
You got it, no problem. And Monroe, my
All this shit about to get canceled, but I'll still say it. I'm at House of Comedy next weekend. It's in the mall, so that shit is about
at Mall of America.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Glasgow International Comedy Festival in Scotland.
Yeah,
that's about to
you
get
can't
canceled.
go?
I can't go
Can't
nowhere.
even go. You
So
can't
just
even go.
fucking see me here on this podcast.
Do you want to come back next week?
I'm gonna come back next week, please. You like that fucking sentence?
He turned a statement into a question
Yep.
all at the same
It's like my
time.
foster kid. I got to feed him. I got to
was
give
brilliant.
him podcast juice.
That was brilliant.
Oh my God.
All right.
Yeah, my calendar is about to get empty, baby.
Well, we got. All right. Well, go check it. I mean, seriously, he's one of the young.
I got a
bucks.
podcast,
Yeah.
but
I know,
no
it's
need
supposed
for
to be here.
apologies. Yeah, but never mind. We
What,
talk
man?
about
You
that.
couldn't wait a beat. Well, here,
I-
look at this. Look at this.
Look,
Be right
I was
downstairs.
waiting and waiting and waiting.
What are you gonna do? You do a podcast. It's 12 at night. Now we're going right downstairs to the cellar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's popping. Mm-hmm. Gas Digital. What are you gonna be out by 9:45?
We do it in the afternoon.
The neighbors upstairs are like, keep it down. You got a lesbian couple upstairs. Keep it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Well, let me say this, Bobby, and I mean it. I know we got to go, but and I got to go. By when I say we, I love you, man.
Love
You're
you
a
too, buddy.
sweethart.
Thank you.
You're the best.
Thank
I've
you.
known you forever.
Yeah.
You've always been the same guy since I met you.
I thought I got better, but okay.
I'm,
Think about. I've been going to therapy for 10 years. I thought I evolved a little bit. No, but go
maybe
ahead.
a little more therapy.
Okay. Yeah.
But seriously, thanks. I hope I can
got it,
come
buddy.
back.
Yes.
And I'm not promoting anything.
Absolutely.
And thanks for having me on.
You got it, buddy. I love you, Chuck. Jay, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
I'm going to be, Mike, I'm going to do my things because you can't do it because we need a microphone over there. We'll get one next time. We got, go to robertkellylive.com for all my dates, creepswithkids.com. We are this weekend. I think there's literally 8 tickets left for the Gramercy. I think it might be sold out, but they're releasing these VIP tickets. So make sure, apparently a fucking truck's backing up. Those are for the tickets.
Yeah.
And we got Turning Stones, creepswithkids.com, Beverly, the Cabot Theater. There's a bunch of shows. We just added DC. We're adding Atlantic City's up there. Atlanta's up there. I'm sorry. Tampa tickets. Let's go. Get on it. Creepswithkids.com. And if you're watching this,
With a K.
Creeps with Kids with a K. If you're watching this, if you're a fan of this podcast, I need you right now to go to patreon.com/Robert Kelly and become a member. Just do it. It's the price of a cup of coffee. Get on board. Help us keep this stuff going, creating. We get live from the shed. Ari Shafir's episode's going up next. Jim Norton's is up right now. We got Anthony Cumini is going up. Dennis Leary is shooting it. We got a bunch of other guests that we're shooting for this season. Last season's up there with Quinn and Robinson and Voss and Bennington. It's all up there. Plus, you get this podcast before anybody else. It goes live stream when we shoot it to you, and then you get it before everybody on Thursday. I believe it goes up on the recorded thing. Audio, all you truckers out there. All right, if you're listening to me here, become a member. Patreon.com/Robert Kelly. We want to hit 1,000 members by the end of the year, and we want you to help us do that. So go there, become a member. If you're a fan, become a fan there. And then, Mike, what do you have? Just say it. I'll do it.
I'll be opening for His Train as a American Theater.
I can't hear you. What'd you say?
March 19th.
March 19th. Gramercy Theater. What are you doing there?
Opening for the Hyenas.
Opening for the Hyenas.
What about us?
If you'd like me to, I'd love to.
Not now. You're fucking over there with those cocksuckers. Is that why you're pissed? Did you do a Hyenas today?
No, it's something.
Did you? Were you with Chris today?
I was, but it was probably happened downstairs. So
What that?
some other stuff happened downstairs, so they want me to take care of.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right. Well, usually when he's with the Hyenas, I get a little shit treatment.
Oh,
He's a little because they, those young weirdos.
well, they appreciate him.
Well, whatever they do, I don't know what they are. Go ahead, buddy. What do you? All right. So what do you got? All right, Hyenas.
Skankfest with YKWd.
Skankfest. Yeah, that might be canceled. I know Lewis is like, we're not canceling anything. All right, cool. That's good. I'm pretty sure the whole fan base has fucking something. We're going to get 9 different diseases. But no, Skankfest is happening. They're not canceling it. We're doing that live, YKWd. What else you got?
That's really it.
Besides a massive head. Jesus Christ, you really stretch those headphones out. And we got 2 new guys here. What's your name? Mike what? What? Jewish. Mazel tov. You're not Jewish? No. What are you? Cuban Italian with Berg at the
Are you
end?
the boxer? No.
You're not a boxer?
You had a guy
Okay.
in the audience last year who was a boxer, I thought.
We have he's actually coming to help out the show, and we got
Mike, I'm just glad that every stereotype they tried to affix to you failed. So good for you.
his name's Ginsburg.
Yeah,
I mean,
well,
that
he's
doesn't
lying.
sound like a
Of
lawyer.
course. Are you kidding me? He's just
Cuban Italian.
He's
What-
screwing.
He should be Tony fucking Sanchezo or something. The fucking Ginsburg. What Cuban or Italian has Berg at the end of his name? You tell me. I know I'm being racist. It's me. What's your name? Saul Ginsburg? What are you? Jewish? No, I'm
No,
Cuban
not a-
Italian. The fuck? You know what I mean?
Peruvian.
Yeah.
Paul Ginsburg.
Yeah.
That's very
Well,
funny.
and we got, of course, our clip master general,
What's your name, man?
John.
John Donovan. I love
making if you guys love the clips we got coming out, he's making them, which
Really?
I love. Yeah, he's
That's
just
very cool.
fucking great at them. It takes him 17 hours to make, but we're trying to shorten that.
Yeah.
Takes a long time, right?
Yeah, well, I was learning how to do it.
He literally learned how to do it and then did it. And I was like, these are awesome. I was like, how many can you make? He goes, I don't know, one a week. And I was like, well, can you speed that up? He goes, dude, I just taught myself how to do it.
That's awesome.
Because he's a genius.
Well, yeah, I like John. He looks like he makes fair trade, locally sourced coffee in Brooklyn. I love
Yeah, but he's the guy who goes out into the jungle and gets the bean.
it. Well, yes, because he's Cuban.
Guatemala.
He's a Cuban named Ginsburg.
Yeah,
so.
he goes up, hey, listen, we make a deal. All right, and anybody who's a watch dealer, please contact me. I need a watch.
Are you a watch guy for real?
I will be once they get me one. Yes, I am. You guys are the best fans in the world. We'll see you next time. You know what, dude?